The 6 o'clock game. Well, there you go. I have no problem with that. None of my equipment was working, so I literally had to call on the station on my cell phone, and yeah, I just had a little. Their speaker system is literally right on top of where I was, and there's 9 of us in a space of probably from the coach's box to this wall right here, all up there, and it was a little interesting.
By DSU student Isaac Tuck.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home
Tonight's officials are Darren Berg, the referee, John Darrow, head linesman, Jerry Beers, the umpire, Chad Gordon, the line judge, Brian Wetcomb, the field judge, Jason Booker, the side judge, and Chad Bastille, the back judge. Dakota State University welcomes all players, officials, and fans to tonight's contest. As participants in the NAIA's Champions of Character program, we hope each of you will help create a positive, competitive environment by showing respect for one another. On behalf of North Star Athletic Association Conference, please enjoy tonight's game. Captains for the Trojans, Brian Kern and his daughter Melinda.
And welcome back to the Helena broadcast booth from Trojan Field this evening. Of course, Helena of Madison committed to the success of their customers. DSU has won the toss. They have elected to receive the football. They'll be going left to right on your radio dial and also on your computer screen at AmazingMadison.com. Tonight's uniform matchup, a bit of a good one as well. The Trojans going with the all-blue uniforms, blue pants with the white numbers, yellow trim around the numbers to go along with blue pants and the Trojan blue helmets for Dakota State this evening. While on the other side of the field, a bit of a royal blue, a comet blue for Mayville State University with their white jerseys, blue numbers. Mayville State going across the chest as well, and their blue helmets that go along with white face masks and also the Mayville State M across the side of the helmet as well. Taking a look here at some keys of the game, as this game is literally just moments away from kickoff, as there are 15 minutes on the Sunshine Foods scoreboard. It'll be Brendan Waldner and Mason Layton back deep to receive this punt. This kick, I should say, this opening kick on Jammin' Country 103. And also for those joining us through the DSU sports page at AmazingMadison.com, we thank you for listening to Dakota State University football all season long. Been a great start to the season. 2-1 overall is Dakota State. But once we hit conference, it is a whole different ball game, and that is something that is one of our keys to the game, and a plain and simple task that head coach Josh Anderson and pretty much every coach has been saying throughout the entire start of this season is simply just tackle and make plays as well. It will be Jonathan Rodriguez to do the opening kick. It'll be a high pop-up kick and picked up by Kurt Bakey. He will fair catch. Ball will be fair caught by Bakey right at the 44-yard line or 34-yard line, and Dakota State will start off first down and 10 from the 34-yard line. Their offense bringing out quarterback Jacob Giles on the season, 15 touchdowns to 2 interceptions, both those interceptions last week against Briarcliff University, to go along with a 68% completion rate this year. Also has 21 rushes for 44 yards. He'll start off with 2 receivers on his left side, 1 on his right. Brody Fredrickson getting the start at the tailback spot once again, and why not? The young man had himself a career day in only his 3rd game in a Trojan uniform with 100, make that 280 total yards of offense last week. Waldner and Listman split out on the left side for Giles from the pistol set. A little bit cooler this evening on the first play of the game. The Trojans are going to change things up with 14:58 on the Sunshine Foods scoreboard. Changing the play with about 10 seconds on the play clock. Giles will go back to pass, looking towards his right side. He's going to scramble towards his left. He's going to continue to scramble, looking downfield for Brendan Waldner, just off the reach of his hands. He was going to about the 40 before being tipped out of bounds. And a broken play like that, strong coverage by the make that the Mayville State defense to start off, as they've so far this year going with their 4-3-4 formation defensively. 2nd down and 10 from the 34 of Dakota State. Same set formation, quicker to the outside for Brendan Waldner. Fighting his way to about the 40 before being rolled up out of bounds was Brendan Waldner, who also had himself a coming out party last week. Waldner with 4 receptions, 45 yards, and 2 touchdowns, and a game that where he came out with with 2 scores as well. His first 2 touchdowns in a little over a year and a half in a Trojan uniform will set up 3rd down and about 6 yards to go. Originally in the shotgun set, now we'll switch back to the pistol. 2 receivers the right side for Giles. He will go back to pass. Looking towards his right side, he's going to try and find Waldner again. He's going to be at the 45, ducks a man, gets to midfield. A great block from Abdul. He slips on the grass, and Waldner, using that short size that he has, Waldner listed at 5'10", 170 pounds, soaking wet, slipped right past the defender of Mayville State. And what could have been a 4th down and short gets the GSN Insurance first down. Of course, GSN Insurance of Madison. That's no account too big or too small. We like them all. 2 receivers left side for Giles again in that shotgun set. He'll go back to pass. Quick here to the left side for Trevor Listman, off the chest of Listman as he was unable to bring that one in. Now sunshine starting to take effect here with this 6 o'clock game starting off 2nd down and 10 from the 40-yard line of Mayville State. So strong carry there, about a 15-yard completion from Giles to Waldner to get that GSN Insurance first down. 2 receivers on the left side and 1 to the right for Giles with Brody Frederickson just to his left in the shotgun set. Faking the handoff, going to Waldner on the left side up to the 40. He's up to the 42 before being bounced off by his own teammate in Trevor Listman. Not exactly the kind of block that you want to put out if you're a receiver trying to work out those screens for your teammate there. Brendan Waldner bouncing off Trevor Listman has a little bit of a change on every side of the formation. One of the coaches on the sideline making that Jesse Nelson, signaling the plays to Jacob Giles with a 3rd down and 7 and down to 15 seconds on the play clock. He'll give the handoff to Brody Frederickson, bouncing off the right side to the line of scrimmage. He'll be taken down by Preston Hamlet of the Dakota State, or the Mayville State defense. Preston Hamlet listed as a linebacker. Last year he played a significant amount of snaps at the defensive end spot. Doug Kepland also in on the tackle. A couple of players that have been on the top of the stat sheet for the Mayville State defense. It'll be 4th down and 7 now, going from their own from the 36. Giles will go back to pass, looking towards his right side. He's looking for Waldner over the head of both receivers. It'll be a turnover on downs, as there was a bit of a confusion between Waldner and make that Austin Abdul as well. Abdul was in the end zone, and Waldner thought that Abdul was going to come back and Sterling College with a score of 44-40 as quarterback Creighton Fowl was named North Star Athletic Association Player of the Week, as it'll come out with a man in the backfield for Fowl. And he'll have a man in the backfield in Obi Wilder. It'll be a handoff to Wilder, running off the right side. Gets some great blocks from his teammates. He's up to midfield before taken down right at the 45 of Dakota State. A 15-yard plus run for Obi Wilder to get himself started on that stat sheet. For Wilder, setting about 2nd down and about, say about 8, maybe 9 yards ago. Officials stop the clock as they will reset the play clock as the clock staff here at Trojan Field getting things set up just right with 12:03 to play here in this opening quarter of play. 0-0 score on the Sunshine Food scoreboard. Another handoff to Wilder. He'll be taken down in the backfield by Darby Neal as he just bounced right off the right side of the line. Actually make that number 99. That's Ron Tortorello. Tortorello getting a start here this evening, or getting some snaps on the defensive side. Tortorello with a strong tackle for a loss. That number 99 coming off the left side of the formation. A lot of revolving parts on the defensive side for Dakota State, keeping guys fresh, with Kurt Bakey now checking in the game on the left side for Creighton Fowl. 3rd down and about 12 yards ago. They're at the 48 of DSU. Need to get to about the 36 for a first down. Foul will fake the handoff. He'll look towards his right side to throw one down along the sideline, looking for a defender. It is caught. Did he get the feet in bounds? He'll be pushed out of bounds as he was trying to make the catch, looking for Joshua Portillo along the sideline, but forced out of bounds by Danny Jordan and also Derek DeVries. It will bring out the punt team for the Trojans and also for the Comets as the punt unit comes out with Sean Perry. Sean Perry is listed as the punter. He's also a linebacker out of Cooperstown, North Dakota. Perry, 6'1", 215 pounds, listed as the linebacker, with Brendan Waldner back deep to receive this punt from his own 15-yard line. It'll be a low rugby-style punt, end over end, hitting towards the sideline, bouncing side the 20, getting up to about the 15 before being tackled or being actually marked down by number 82, that being Austin Thomas Jr., the wide receiver on the coverage from Humboldt, Texas. And the Trojan offense coming out for drive number 2 with 11:03 to play here in this first quarter. Trojan offense getting started with a couple of nice passing plays, getting Brendan Waldner started offensively, while Mayville State on the other side getting themselves going with a running attack of Obi Wilder. Wilder with a couple of strong runs, but after that, they were held pretty much in check. It'll be first down and 10. Two receivers on the right side. Handoff to Brody Frederickson. Gets up to about the 20. He's at the 25 before being tackled by a couple of Comets. Number 17 in on the tackle, Skylar Berry, and also number 9, Blaine Miller. A couple of linebackers coming up from their spots to make the tackle on the young former Bulldog and also young Trojan running back. Second down and 1 yard to go. Up to about the 25 of the Trojans. It'll be a handoff to Frederickson, bouncing off the right side of the formation. He'll get that GSN Insurance first down up to the 30-yard line. Brody Frederickson getting himself early and often. That's a key to the game that we wanted to talk about in the Hillside Steakhouse pregame show. Getting things, the rushing attack of Frederickson, even if Hagen Hines hasn't seen a lot of action, getting that rush attack started and going early. It'll be two receivers to the left side in the pistol set for Giles. Austin Opdahl split on the right side all alone. First down and 10 from the 30-yard line. Mitchell Galloway checking into the game for the first time today. He'll go back to pass. Will Giles looking over to the sideline for Galloway. Way over the head of Galloway. He decided to make a go of it and did not get it enough with exactly 10 minutes to play here in this first quarter. Galloway held out of the last week's game with early in the week suffered a bit of a tweak in the left knee, or make that the right knee, as he's also sporting that knee brace on the right leg for the Trojans for his right leg. And the receiving core stepping up in a situation last week. Second down and 10 from the 30. Faking the handoff. He'll take the handoff. Will Frederickson running right up the middle. Gets just shy of the 40-yard line. A nice run on second down there from Brody Frederickson up to about the 39. So making it a third and short distance for the Trojans. They'll go quick handoff to Frederickson. Running off the left side. He's up to the 40. He's up to the 45. Sheds off a tackler just shy of midfield. And another GSN Insurance first down for Dakota State. And it looks like Brody Frederickson up to about 20, maybe 30 yards rushing to start off this game. Of course, GSN Insurance of Madison. No count too big or too small. We like them all. Just call Scott Gussa today at 556-0242. 9:20 to play here in this opening quarter. Dakota State taking on Mayville State. 0-0 is our score, but the Trojans with their second drive of the game looking very promising, as it was Frederickson. They are not going to throw the flag as he got to step up before they change the play at the line of scrimmage. Trojans dodging a bullet there for the first penalty of the game. Giles will go back to pass, looking towards his right side. He's going to try and find Opdahl, which he does, up to the 45 to the 40 before being pushed out of bounds and making it a second down and about maybe 2 yards ago. First reception of the evening for Austin Opdahl. Opdahl the last couple of games having a little bit of trouble receiving the football. He's had a couple bounce off his chest, and also when he's trying to get turned up towards midfield, he forgets the most important thing, to bring the ball with him. From the Helena broadcast booth in Trojan Field, Dakota State 0-0 our score with 8:36 to play and counting downwards in this first quarter. Jacob Giles will go back to pass, looking towards his left side. Left wide open is Brendan Waldner. He'll get up to the 30, trying to shimmy and shake his way. It'll be looks like a couple of flags thrown on the play after a hit from Brendan Waldner on Brendan Waldner, and the coaching staff for Mayville State University upset. But we'll have to see what the play or the penalty call was. as the first penalty of the evening for either team. Maybe a late hit out of bounds, not 100% sure. Brendan Waldner was over on the far side of the field and maybe stepped out of bounds as a Comet came to push him out of bounds. It was good enough for a GSN Insurance first down by about 10 yards. It was 2nd down and 2 from the 39 of Mayville. And a couple of flags, a long discussion by the officiating crew this evening. Again, 8:23 to play here in this first quarter. It looks like a block in the back by the Trojan receivers. I believe in the area, maybe it was Mitchell Galloway or one of the receivers out there in coverage. Quite possibly Trevor Listman. He's usually in that same receiving core with Brendan Waldner, so that negates the first down. It was 2nd down and 2 from the 39, and they're going to back them up from the spot of the foul. It was 10 yards from the spot of the foul, so after all that, the Trojans just lose a yard. So 2nd down, about 3 yards to go. Fredrickson in the backfield. Now seeing Mason Layton line up with Mitchell Galloway and also Austin Opdahl on the right side of the formation. Pistol set for Giles. He'll go back to pass. Delayed handoff from Fredrickson. Gets up to about the 40. He's up to the 35. He's at the 30. A couple of tackles slipped. He'll get down just outside the Case IH red zone. Broderick Fredrickson with another GSN Insurance first down. Fredrickson slipping off tackles. He'll check out of the game, bringing in Dalton Mercer. A couple of nice plays from Brody Fredrickson here in this opening quarter, and it looks like it could be a strong day for him. Dalton Mercer now in the game and running back with Jacob Giles in that pistol set. One receiver on the right side, 2 to the left. A strong mattering of Bulldogs out on the field. Former Madison Bulldogs, Mason Layton and Jacob Giles along with. As Giles will go back to pass, looking towards his left side for Layton. He'll catch the football down inside the Case IH red zone and touchdown for Dakota State University. It will be a 21-yard touchdown score from to Mason Layton from Jacob Giles, and 6-0 our score on that Sunshine Food scoreboard. Layton had to go up and get it, and if there's one thing that we know about the playmaking ability of Mason Layton, he's not afraid to go up and make a play at the same time. 21-yard touchdown pass, his 3rd touchdown on the season for Mason Layton, as it'll be an extra point opportunity for Bryn Ratcliffe. He splits the uprights. It is up. It is good. And 7:30 to play here on the Sunshine Food scoreboard. 7-0 our score. Dakota State over Mayville State University. We'll be back in 30 seconds on Jammin' Country 103. $7:30 to go on the Sunshine Food scoreboard from Trojan Field this evening. Our score is 7-0 after a 21-yard touchdown pass from Jacob Giles, his 16th on the season, to Mason Layton, the freshman, and he has made an immediate impact. And if anybody knows the repertoire and the playmaking ability of Mason Layton, you can see why the true freshman is getting quality time here in his first season in Trojan Blue. An extra point as well for Bryn Ratcliffe, continuing his streak to start the season, as I knock on wood while saying that at the same time. Casey Berg in to do the kickoff duties, and the ball fell off the tee as well, as Dakota State University getting a couple extra seconds, as it looks like we may have a bad ball situation. Oh boy. Hopefully that ball isn't deflated. Otherwise, we have ourselves a whole nother ball of wax to discuss in this contest. So the back judge exchanging footballs along the sideline with Dakota State University. Now looks like Casey Burke will be able to kick this football. Looks like it had enough PSI to be regulation. And, kickers are a little bit finicky when it comes to the quality and the air pressure in the football itself, especially on a cool evening like this. As this game kind of progresses as well, we'll have to keep our eye on the kicking, as it'll be a low line drive kick right to the return man over the head of number 21, that being Jason Holmes, and it will be a touchback, and the first touchback of the season for the kicker in Casey Burke. And the Reinhiller family sitting right in front of the Helena broadcast booth, very much appreciative of that touchback by Casey Burke. So the defense for the Trojans coming back out on the field. And the offense for Mayville State got off to a good start with Creighton Fowl getting to his running back, Obi Wilder. And it just got back to the fact that they were unable to get much after that. Also checking in the game, Marcos Ruiz lining up in the backfield as a fullback with a man under center, that being Creighton Fowl. It'll be handoff to Wilder, bouncing right at the line of scrimmage, tackled immediately by a couple of Trojans, including big Mike McAllister and also Bailey Edwards coming up from their linebacking spots as it was Mike McAllister lined up at the DN spot. Mike McAllister getting some time defensively. As again, a lot of moving pieces for the Trojan defense. They're a team that likes to work in fresh guys as much as possible. Also seeing Mike Cleveland back out on the field would be a welcome sign in the weeks to come. Shotgun set for Creighton Fowl. 3 receivers to his left, 1 to his right. He'll go back to pass, looking towards his left side to look for a double move on the outside. He's got an open receiver. Derek DeVries, turn your head around. He does not, and he goes out of bounds looking for Chris Pope along the sideline. Was Creighton Fowl. As Chris Pope, 6'0", with 175 pounds of weight and a San Jose, California native, making his way all the way to Mayville, North Dakota. It's a bit of a transition from going from the West Coast to the Midwest with 6:48 to play here in this opening quarter of play. 3rd down and 8 from the 27-yard line. Do the Mayville Comets face with 3 men on the left side, a triple set formation, and a man moving along the line. Foul's going to roll towards his left side, looking for a receiver. He's going to find a man, Chris Pope. Did he get a foot down? It looks like he did get a foot down. It is right on top of the marker of the line to gain. The coaching staff along the sideline for Dakota State saying no, he did not get a foot down. It is going to be a very close marker. They're going to give them the GSN Insurance first down, give them the benefit of the doubt. And it'll be another GSN Insurance first down. Of course, they're GSN Insurance in Madison, located at 215 North Egan Avenue. Scott and Nancy Gusso will be more than happy to help you with no account too big or too small. They like them all. 3 receivers on the right side for Creighton Fowl, and Obi Wilder in the backfield. 1 man split out on the left side, working up against Xavier Guillory. It'll be a handoff over on the left side for Obi Wilder, tackled and ball put down on the ground, but recovered by Mayville State. It was number 86 pouncing on top of it, Adrian Carrillo, the junior wide receiver out of Hatton, North Dakota, the birthplace of a one James Bradley Vold, that being my father, as a native, a former Hatton Flyer. Also may have co-opted with a couple of schools years back as well. 2nd down and 6 for the Comets. 3 receivers now on the right side, 1 man on the left, with Obi Wilder now make that number 22 in the backfield, Desmond Earls. It'll be Creighton Fowl going back to pass, stepping away in the pocket with pressure coming in his face, rolling towards his right, looking downfield for a receiver, coming back, and did he make the catch? No, he did not, as it was Joshua Portillo coming back from about 20 yards away to even get a hand on it, and the defensive ends for the Trojans literally bouncing to each other. Actually, it looks like a number 96, LeVar Colbert, even Mike McAllister bounced off each other as they were going right for Creighton Fowl. Pursuit of the quarterback has been good so far for Dakota State's defense. 3rd down and 6 from the 39, and need to get up to about the 45 due to the Comets. Rolling towards his left is Creighton Fowl. It will be caught along the sideline. He juggled it, but he is able to bring it down. They get up to about the 46-yard line for a GSN Insurance first down. A lot of short passes for the Mayville State offense, and the old saying goes, death by 1,000 cuts. And that's the way this offense has been rolling to start off. And it looks like a little bit of trickeration coming at the line for the Mayville State Comets. Going with a double tight end package and working in a couple of big boys, Desmond Earls and also Marcus Ruiz in the backfield, as Creighton Fowl will go under center with wide receivers split out. Make that 1 wide receiver split out. It'll be a handoff to Desmond Earls running off the right side, fighting his way for about 3 yards just shy of midfield. And he'll get up to the 49 of Mayville State. 4.5 to play here in this opening quarter on the Sunshine Foods scoreboard. 7-0 our score after a 21-yard touchdown pass from Jacob Giles to Mason Layton. The Madison to Madison connection has been strong in this early goings of this season. Creighton Fowl will have two receivers on his right side, one to his left, one staggered tight end on the right side of the formation with Earls in the backfield. He'll take the handoff. Will Earls running right up the middle, past midfield, down to the 40 of Dakota State for a GSN Insurance first down. That's Desmond Earls, 5'8", 220 pounds, a bowling ball out of Chicago, Illinois. He's making an impact early with a couple of men checking in with each and every play, just going with a hot hand, and so far it's Desmond Earls, another GSN Insurance first down. Mayville State, handoff to Earls, running right up the middle. He'll bounce up to about the 36, maybe the 37, depending on forward momentum. They'll give him credit to about the 36 to set up a second down and 6 as the clouds now continue to accumulate here in the evening sky. Just shy of 6:23 with 3:27 to play here in this opening quarter. Fowl checking the play at the line of scrimmage. He'll have two receivers on his right side, one to his left, and a man just staggered off the line of scrimmage with Desmond Earls in the backfield. Fowl will go back to pass, looking towards his right side, looking for Chris Pope. It will be caught and tackled immediately by Danny Jordan. Danny Jordan, a couple of interceptions for him on the season. The senior defensive back out of Sylmar, California. Sylmar, I should say. And a transfer from a different university as well, making that Morningside College for him. 2:48 to play here in this opening quarter. Third down and 3 from the 33 of DSU. Two receivers to the left side for Fowl. It'll be handoff to Earls, running off the right tackle. He'll fight his way, going to be very close. He'll get inside the 30 to down to about the 29 for a GSN Insurance first down. The Comets taking a page out of Dakota State's book in the first couple of series, just pounding the football with some big boys at the line of scrimmage and not doing anything too fancy. They bring in a Marcus Ruiz, the 5'8", 200-pound freshman running back out of Miami, Florida, and a couple of big boys to bring in with that double tight end package. Also number 7, Daryl Clemens, in for the Comets. It'll be handoff to right side for Earls. Bounces his way down inside to about the 25 after taking a couple of bodies with him. LeVar Colbert in the area of the tackle, along with, looks like Xavier Guillory. With under 2 minutes to play here in this first quarter of action. Second down and 4 now from inside about the 25, maybe about the 24.5-yard line of Dakota State. Ruiz and Earl still in the backfield. One receiver split out towards the left side. That's Trent Moman. Moman has been held without a catch to start off and tackled in the back. Number 92 busting his way through the line. That's big Montana Jackson coming through the line of scrimmage, and a big loss on second down. Montana Jackson, a 6'3", 280-pound freshman defensive lineman out of Akron, Iowa, with a big loss, a tackle for a loss, setting up a third down and about 8 yards to go. So about a 4-yard loss on that carry for Desmond Earls. Three receivers to the left side and one to the right for Creighton Fowles. He stands in the gun. He'll go back to pass, looking towards his left. Pressure coming in the face. He'll kick down in the backfield. Number 45 for your Trojans, Ryan Dozer, coming through the line of scrimmage untouched and takes down Creighton Fowl. A sack in the game for Ryan Dozer, the junior out of Covington, Washington, making that his first full sack as a Trojan, and it'll be bringing out the punt team for Mayville State. Number 6, Sean Perry, the linebacker and also punter for the Comets, will be kicking to his number 6 counterpart in Brendan Waldner with 24 seconds of play and counting downward here in this first quarter. Still 7-0 our score. Rugby style kick. It'll be off the side of the foot. This one's going to get to about the 30 before being off and out of bounds. And Coach Tome not happy as he looks over towards his punter, takes the headset off. Not exactly what you want to do if you are the punter and also the linebacker in Sean Perry. Ball will be officially marked, I believe, right at the 30, maybe just inside the 30. About the 29, now the chain gang keeps moving the football, or the chains, I should say. They're going to mark it right at the 29-yard line. So they give Sean Perry the benefit of a doubt with an extra yard or so as it went out of bounds. So the Trojans, with 12 seconds to play here in this first quarter, looking to add on some more. Mason Layton and Opdahl split on the right side of the formation with, it looks like, Trevor Listman on the left side and Brody Frederickson back in the backfield for the Trojans. Clock holding steady at 12 seconds. Giles from the pistol set will go outside on the first play to Trevor Listman up to about the 35 and out of bounds. Clock will wind down, and that will do it for this first quarter of action. 7-0 our score on the Sunshine Foods scoreboard. After 1 quarter of play, Dakota State University on top of Mayville State University by the score of 7-0. We'll be back in 30 seconds as you keep listening to DSU football on Jammin' Country 103.
Ladies and gentlemen, please turn your attention to the track as we prepare for a check presentation. The Dakota State University Athletic Department would like to say thank you to Darren Danton, Scott Delzer, Todd Knoble, and the Pump House for sponsoring the tailgate last month. Over 170 tickets were sold to Trojan fans so they could enjoy an evening of great music and tremendous food. This is the second time.
Back on Jammin' Country FM 103 from the Helena broadcast booth at Trojan Field. Of course, Helena of Madison, people, products, and knowledge. 7-0 our score on the Sunshine Foods scoreboard. Looking here at some early numbers for the Trojans. Jacob Giles is 6 for 10, passing for 62 yards and a touchdown. Brody Frederickson with 6 carries for 57 yards. As a ceremony between the quarters, as Dakota State University presented with a check for $4,500 courtesy of the Pub House from the Trojan event that happened just before the season started. It will be 2nd down and 4 from the 35 of DSU for the Trojans. 2 receivers on the left side and 1 to the right for quarterback Jacob Giles in that pistol set. Brody Frederickson in the backfield. Seeing a little pressure coming off the left side as they're going with the hard count, changing the play with 15 seconds on the play clock is Giles. Now checking into the gun. Man coming in motion. It is Mason Layton. He'll take the pitch off the right side. Gets a couple of blocks up to the 35, bouncing up to about the 40. Just shy of the first down marker. Depending on the forward momentum, it looks like he's going to be about a half-yard shy. A good change at the line of scrimmage from quarterback Jacob Giles, and that's one thing that Madison, the high school team, has been able to do in the last few years with Mason Layton. Just get the ball in his hands and let the young man do some work. 3rd down and 1 from their own 38. Do the Trojans have their own football now, going right to left on your radio dial. It'll be a handoff to Frederickson right through the line of scrimmage, bouncing off the initial tackle up to the 40. He's up to the 45, barrels over a man, over midfield, and just shy of the 45 of the Comets, and just bouncing off. Say it with your chest, young man, as Brody Frederickson up to about the 47. They're going to mark him back a couple of yards. Another GSN Insurance first down for the Dakota State University offense. Of course, going right to left on your radio dial on Jammin' Country 103, and also on your computer screen at AmazingMadison.com. Handoff to Frederickson off the right side, off right tackle. Gets up to about the 45 for a 2-yard carry on a first down. Making it about 2nd down and 8. It'll be 13:48 and counting downward left here in this first half. 7-0 our score on the Sunshine Foods scoreboard. 2 receivers to the left side and 2 to the right with Dalton Mercer in the slot for quarterback Jacob Giles. Look over towards the sideline and coach Jesse Nelson, as he'll look over and shout something from the sideline along with head coach Josh Anderson. Still 2 receivers to each side for Giles. He'll look down towards the over the middle for Mason Layton. It is complete. Up to the 35, down to the 30, inside the 25-yard line, and going over the middle. A dangerous place for a young man to be, but Mason Layton comes down for another GSN Insurance first down and just continues to accumulate the numbers. He has a couple of receptions in tonight's contest to go along with a touchdown. 13:06 to play. Just outside the Case IH red zone are the Trojans. 1st down and 10 from the 22 of Dakota State, of Mayville State. Giles will go back to pass over to Listman inside the 20, and back inside the Case IH red zone are the Trojans. Stop into your local Case IH dealer today, that being Lake County International on West Highway 34 in Madison. It is 12:42 to play here in this first quarter. Trojan offense back to the line of scrimmage very quickly. Barking out the plays is quarterback Jacob Giles with Frederickson just towards his right in the shotgun. Alex Babcock lined up on the left side of the line as a tight end. Giles will go back to pass, looking for Optal. He's got to come up with it. He gets up to about the 10-yard line, just getting tackled last second inside to about the 9-yard line. And a tackle by number 14, that being Derek Prater, the freshman defensive back out of Miami, Florida. And again, another situation, you go all the way from warm places like California and Florida and somehow end up at Mayville State University. 12:01 to play here in this second quarter and in this first half. Trojans knocking on the door right at the 10-yard line, or make that the 9-yard line of the Comets inside the Case IH red zone. Two receivers to each side, and Frederickson in the backfield. Giles will go back to pass, looking over the middle for Wardner. He picks it up off the turf. It will be caught. It will be touchdown for Dakota State. Waldner just scooped it right off the grass and brought it in, and a touchdown for Dakota State University, and a 13-0 lead over the Mayville State University Comets. Waldner with his third touchdown in the last two games. He was sliding down, coming back for it as well, got both arms underneath to bring that ball right off the grass as Bryn Ratcliffe comes in for an extra point opportunity with 11:40 to play in this first half. Snap is good, hold is down, it will. On top of Comets, back in 30 on Jammin' Country 103.
DSU Athletics Department would like to welcome all players, coaches, and fans for Mayville State to tonight's game.
Back on Jammin' Country FM 103, 14-0 our score on the Sunshine Foods scoreboard. A 9-yard touchdown pass from quarterback Jacob Giles to Brendan Waldner. The Madison connection strikes once again, and it's been a Madison connection in this contest. The first touchdown pass from Giles to Layton, and also the second one from Giles to Waldner, setting up a 14-0 lead for your Dakota State University Trojans here from the Helena broadcast booth in Trojan Field this evening. It feels like an eternity since we played against Dakota Wesleyan just a few weeks ago here at Trojan Field as Casey Burke, a low line drive kick picked up by number 3 inside the 10-yard line, and he'll touch it as it goes out of bounds. I thought he might have touched it, but instead lets it go out of bounds just the last second as it was number 3, Joshua Portillo. He was so close to touching that football as it went out of bounds, but it looks like it will be a kick out of bounds, and the offense for the Mayville State Comets gets a reprieve, and will start off with the football first down and 10 from their own 35-yard line. So far today for Mayville State University, Creighton Fowl is 3 for 6 passing, but also some strong running from Desmond Earl, 6 carries, 24 yards, and Obi Wilder, who we haven't seen the last few series, has 5 carries for 22 yards. Desmond Earl's checking back into the game for the Comets, and he's got a man on his left side, lining up just off the left side of the formation. 2 receivers to the left for quarterback Creighton Fowl, looking at Trent Moman as he'll throw over to left side for his receiver, that being number 8, Chris Pope, shakes off a tackler just up to the 40-yard line for a 5-yard carry. Chris Pope with his second reception on the evening. That being number 11, Trent Moman. He'll check out of the game, bringing back in Pope, and also number 3, Joshua Portillo, a native of Tulare, but only Tulare, California. 11-12 to play here in this first half. 14-0 our score on the Sunshine Foods scoreboard. 2 receivers to the left side and 1 to the right for quarterback Creighton Fowl. He'll give handoff to Desmond Earls, running right up the middle, bounced right at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Looks like Ryan Dozer was in there along with Kurt Bakey and also number 96, LeVar Colbert, in on the tackle. Whole tackle the Trojans. And so far today, knock on wood as I say this, the tackling game has been stronger for the Trojan defense. Still early in this contest, 3rd down and 5 for the, actually now 3rd down, about 1 yard to go for the Mayville State Comets at the 44-yard line. Need to get to the 45 for a GSN Insurance first down. It'll be a handoff to number 2, that being Obi Wilder. He'll get to midfield down to about the 46 of DSU for a GSN Insurance first down. No account too big or too small. We like them all. That is GSN Insurance of Madison. Obi Wilder checking back in the game and making an immediate impact. Darryl Clemens lining up at tight end, checks out of the game as well. 6'3", a junior as well, and 215 pounds in weight on the junior tight end. Obi Wilder now back in the backfield with Pope and also number 3, Joshua Portillo. As it is pronounced Portillo's, Coach Tome told me before tonight's action. And Creighton foul will go back to pass, looking towards his right side for foul, as it'll be completed. Chris Pope, a stiff arm from the receiver. He'll go out of bounds just shy of the 40-yard line, up to about the 39, about a 3, maybe 4-yard reception for Chris Pope, shaking off the tackle of Micaiah Davis and also Danny Jordan along the sideline. 9.5 minutes to play here in this first half, as the offense for Mayville looking to strike something and get something going for themselves from the 41 of Dakota State University. One receiver to each side. Now double tight end package shifts over to the right side. It looks like Desmond Earls is back in the backfield for Mayville. It'll be a handoff to Earls off the right side. Gets a couple of good blocks. He's up to the 30. He's got to get past Derek DeVries. He will not do that. Just shy of the 20-yard line. Derek DeVries in on the tackle. Desmond Earls on a strong carry for another GSN Insurance first down, going from the 41 to the 21-yard line. A 20-yard carry for him, and they're going to mark them right at the 21-yard line of Dakota State. Just outside the Case IH red zone are the Mayville State Comets, with 2 receivers to the left side and 1 to the right for quarterback in Creighton foul. 436 passing yards last week against Sterling College with Desmond Earls in the backfield. He'll take the handoff once again. Running off right tackle, get to the line of scrimmage before being tackled by Ron Tortorello. And also it looks like John Trout in on the mix. And Bailey Edwards coming up from his linebacking spot. Second down about 8 yards ago, up to about the 19-yard line. So back inside the Case IH red zone are the Mayville State University Comets. It takes hard work and teamwork to succeed on the fields and in the fields. Find reliable Case IH equipment for your farming operations at Lake County International in Madison. 2 men coming in motion for the Comets. It'll be going back to pass his foul. He'll step up on the pressure, escapes one tackle. He'll keep it himself. He'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage and taking a serious hit as he went down, but he pops right back up. He's okay. A couple of tacklers in on the mix. Looks like Danny Jordan and Kurt Bakey were the initial ones to make contact. 14-0 still our score. 7.5 minutes to play here in this first half. But Mayville State University moving the football here in these last couple of plays to some effect, also getting in on the action, seeing Obi Wilder check back in the game, and also in Desmond Earls. 2 receivers to each side for Creighton foul. He stands in the gun. Man coming in motion is number 83. We'll get you his name here in a second. Foul going back to pass, rolling towards his right. He'll be collected off the hands of number 83. That's Jacob Lawrence, the senior wide receiver out of Anchorage, Alaska. It went off the hands of Jacob Lawrence. It will be 4th down and about 6 yards ago. Ball's at the 17-yard line. It looks like the kicking team coming out on the field with the kicker, that being Jonathan Rodriguez, a freshman kicker who is 0 for 1 on the season in field goals. So this will be about a 34-yard attempt for the freshman kicker. Holder is Chris Pope. 4th down and 6. Snap is good. Hold is down. Rodriguez kick. It is up. It is good. And a 14-3 score on our Sunshine Foods scoreboard. That is going to be our Sporty Shoutout score. 14-3 our score. We'll let you know the full details after a 30-second break as the Sunshine Foods scoreboard reads 14-3. We'll be back in 30 seconds on Jammin' Country 103. Back on Jammin' Country FM 103, Jonathan Rodriguez, a 34-yard field goal in attempt that was good for a 14-3 advantage as Kurt Bakey will take the kickoff right from his own 30-yard line, gets up to about the 35, and not fair catching this time. Kurt Bakey will return for about 5 yards, and the defensive lineman doing something he's probably not expected to do, but he is usually on the hands team. So our score is 14-3. That is going to be our sporty shout-out. You take that score, 14-3, you email kjamsports@gmail.com right now until the end of the game. One winner will be chosen to win a $10 gift card to Sporty's here in Madison, and we'll announce our winner coming up on Facebook and also on Twitter as well. Be sure to keep yourself posted. So 14-3 is currently our score. Jacob Giles will hand off to Brody Frederickson, moving sideways at the line of scrimmage. A flag thrown on the play for about a 1-yard carry for Frederickson. First down and 10 from the 35-yard line of DSU. So Mayville State getting some good plays in that last series to get themselves inside the Case IH red zone, and also a 34-yard field goal attempt from Jonathan Rodriguez, his first make of the season. Now to go 1 for 2 on the year as a flag thrown on the play. A bit of a discussion from the referee, also the umpire, and also looks like the side judge on the far side of the field also getting in as well. It was thrown at the line of scrimmage. The flag was thrown by the umpire, who saw the backside of the play as well in the area. Wait for official word from the referee. Flag is going to be picked up. So instead, after about a 2-yard carry, there, or about a 1-yard carry for Frederickson, so it's going to be second down and 9 from the 36-yard line for the Trojans as they'll come back out with 2 receivers on the right side, 1 to the left. Mitchell Galloway working one-on-one on the left side with Frederickson in the backfield for Giles. Seeing some pressure come up from big number 33, Preston Hamlet, from his linebacking spot, and he is a bulky young man in Preston Hamlet playing linebacker as Giles will go back to pass. Seeing the pressure, he'll throw one over to the right side. This one just off the hands of the defender, number 20, Jason Smith, who had a beat on the play looking for Mitchell Galloway, or actually Brendan Waldner, over on the right side of the formation. Waldner was double covered. It almost picked off was Jacob Giles, now facing a 3rd down and 9 for DSU. Ball will be placed on the left hash, going right to left on your radio dial. Also on your computer screen at amazingmadison.com are your Trojans. 2 men on the left side for Giles with Frederickson in the backfield on the right side. Giles will go back to pass. Seeing pressure come in the face, he'll get rid of it. It'll be off the hands of Brody Frederickson as Giles takes a bit of a pop as he rolls his way back up, and he took a little bit of pressure from Blaine Miller. And he'll be forcing the punt team to come out onto the field. And freshman punter Caden Height has certainly been holding his own in his freshman season. Caden Height here this season has done wonders for this Trojan special teams, averaging about 40 yards or so on a punt. We'll also see the first punt return opportunity for Chris Pope as the freshman punter, Caden Height, with 6.5 to go here in this first half, stands at his own 22-yard line. He'll get off a directional low line drive kick right to Chris Pope. It'll bounce about the 30. He'll pick it up at the 20. He's going to spin back towards the 20. He'll be taken right at the 22, tackled by Riley Yonke, and also number 49 for your Trojans, that being Jeb Sanford. Good to see a Yonke make a play out on the field. Special teams, the freshman out of Madison, Riley Yonke, getting some special teams love. A couple of nice tackles last week in the special teams game for Riley, and also a 14-3 score on our Sunshine Food scoreboard, which is also your sporty shout-out. Be sure to email that score, 14-3, to kjamsports@gmail.com from now until the end of the game. One winner is going to be chosen for a $10 gift card to Sporties in Madison. Creighton Fowl will come out with 2 men on his left side, 1 to his right. Man in the backfield is Obi Wilder. He'll get the handoff on first down, running towards the right side. Flags thrown on the play in the area of possibly a false start, and that is what the gentleman on the far side of the field, the official, that being the line judge, he will say a 5-yard penalty for a false start, backing them up about 5 yards. We'll set them up first down and 15 from about their own, quick math off the top of my head, about the 17-yard line of Mayville State. 6:16 to play here in this first half in a bit of a quick-moving first half for the Trojans and also for the Comets. It has been a great start of this contest. Going back to pass, rolling towards his left is Creighton Fowl. He'll square up the shoulders to throw. He finds Chris Pope along the sideline. I believe that was Pope, and hard to see the number on the far side of the field. It looks like number 8. It will be Chris Pope on the reception, and it'll be very close. A second down and about maybe 6 yards to go on a 9-yard reception to Chris Pope. And under 6 minutes of play here in this first half. 3 receivers on the right side, 1 on the left for Creighton Fowl. He'll roll towards his right side looking for a man. He's got Chris Pope once again coming up on the tackle, and driven backwards was Danny Jordan. Saw his man the entire way, squared up the shoulders and driv him backwards. So setting up about a third down and about 5 yards to go. No gain on the play for Chris Pope. And a big third down situation from their own 26, it looks like, for the Comets, as they'll come out with 3 men on the left side and 1 to the right. Trent Moman been held without a catch in today's game. Foul going back to pass, looking for a moment along the sideline near midfield. He'll go off the fingertips. Trent Moman just over his hands and out of bounds. Going up against Mike Cleveland in on the coverage, setting up 4th down and 5 for the Comet offense. Just as you mentioned a player's name, and Trent Moman had been held without a catch at that point. Creighton Fowl goes right towards him, and just off the fingertips of the 6'5", 215-pound wide receiver for the Comets. Now, Brendan Waldner here has got himself a bit of a predicament as he is back deep to receive this punt. He's going to be staring right into the sun at his own 40-yard line. It'll be a low line drive kick, bit of a dead ball hit up in the air to about the 40-yard line, down to the 35, rolling down to about the 31 as Waldner just watches it go by, and it looks like a couple of Comets have a couple of choice words for Waldner. He just lets that go by, and cooler heads prevail. So it'll be 1st down and 10 from about the 31 of the Trojans. They'll come back out after a series that was just out of reach in more ways than one. Couldn't quite get some turnover, or couldn't quite get things going for them in that previous drive. Couple of balls just off the fingertips of some receivers as Giles will come out in that pistol set, staring directly into the sun. Now the clouds going away here for this next drive as things starting to clear up here this evening with 2 receivers on the right side for Giles. Fredrickson in the backfield, down to 8 seconds on the play clock. Trevor Listman on the left side of the formation for Giles. Not seeing any pressure coming off the line now. A bit of a late pressure as Giles will just throw one over the head of Trevor Listman and going out of bounds, as he was just trying to get rid of that pass as late pressure coming through the line of scrimmage. Preston Hamlet, the linebacker, redshirt junior out of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, was coming through the line of scrimmage untouched. 4:53 to go here in this opening half. 14-3 is our score. Trojans on top of the Mayville State University Comets in this conference opener for both teams. 2 receivers on the right side going with the hard count. Nobody moving. Giles will get back to the line of scrimmage, bark out the next play with Brody Fredrickson in the backfield. 2 men lined up on the right side. He'll go towards his right side. Will Giles, it'll be caught just barely by Austin Opdahl. Escapes a couple of tacklers. He was at about the 37 when he was initially contacted and fights his way up to about the 42, not only for a good reception, but for a GSN Insurance 1st down. And of course, GSN Insurance, no count, too big or too small. We like them all. 1st down and 10 from the 42 of Dakota State. 2 men on the left side for Giles from that pistol set. He will go handoff to Fredrickson off the right side, trying to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. He will do just that, getting up to about the 45 before being tackled by a few Comets along the way. And it looks like Alex Babcock, the tight end, getting rolled up on just a little bit, just enough to make a difference. But it seems that he's going to stick in for this next play. 1 tight end package, 3 receivers in the game as well. 2 to the left for Giles, 1 to the right. Fredrickson still the featured back with under 4 minutes to play in this opening half of football from Trojan Field. Giles from the pistol set. He'll go back to pass. Delayed handoff actually for Fredrickson. He's up to midfield. He is right at the 1st down marker. He will be tackled right then and there to about the 48 of the Comets. And it will be signaling a GSN Insurance 1st down for your Trojans. It's first down and 10 from the 48 of Mayville with 3.5 to play here in this first half. And again, both teams with 3 timeouts here in this first half, as the clock and both teams have been able to move the football very well. And a delayed offsides. Giles is going to throw an out play towards Brendan Waldner. He'll get up to about the 45, down to the 40. Makes a man miss on the inside, down inside the Case IH red zone. And Waldner is going to score using that shifty speed. Brendan Waldner, a 48-yard touchdown pass and a 20-3 score for your Trojans. It literally should have been about a 3-yard completion, but Waldner, who is notorious for his juke moves, will set up a Trojan touchdown, but there was an offside penalty against the Comet defense. That penalty will be declined, so our score is now 20-3 on the Sunshine Foods scoreboard. Waldner with his second touchdown of the night, 4 in the last 2 games, and Waldner in any other fashion or any other play does not score that touchdown, just using that that ability for him to just move sideways and make men miss. Comes out on the positive side for a 48-yard touchdown pass to Jacob Giles, from Jacob Giles to Brendan Waldner. Extra point, I should say, from Ratcliffe is up. It is good. 21-3 our score with 3:12 to play on the Sunshine Foods scoreboard. We'll be back in 30 seconds on your home for the Trojans on Jammin' Country 103. Back on Jammin' Country FM 103 from the Helena broadcast booth at Trojan Field. Of course, Helena of Madison, making people, products, and knowledge. Brendan Waldner now with 5 receptions in tonight's game and also 2 touchdowns after a 48-yard touchdown scamper from Waldner from Giles to Waldner, as Casey Burke, doing the kicking duties for the Trojans, inspects the football once again, as both the officials on that side of the field confirm that the football is allowable to kick here in this situation. 3:12 to play here in this first half for your Dakota State University Trojans taking on Mayville State University in an otherwise quick half for both teams with 3:12 to play. 21-3 is our score. 3 touchdown passes for Jacob Giles. He's also got 166 yards passing. It'll be a sideways kick to number 3, Joshua Portillo. It will bounce into the end zone, and it will be a touchback. And the Comets will bring out the football. First down and 10 from their own 25-yard line. Mayville State, in that previous drive where they were able to get a 34-yard field goal from Jonathan Rodriguez, able to do so in relatively good fashion. A lot of good mixes in plays, getting some strong runs from Obi Wilder and also Desmond Earls, working that short passing game that they have been able to find here in this game, not stretching the field too much for Creighton Fowl, as he'll come out with 2 men towards each side of the formation in the receiving game, with looks like Obi Wilder back in the backfield just to his left side from the shotgun set. Foul will go back to pass, looking towards his right side over the middle for Chris Bobe. Escapes one tackler. He's up to the 30, to the 35, tackled by Mike Cleveland, and he'll be close to a GSN Insurance first down. It will be a GSN Insurance first down with 3 minutes to play here in this opening half. The Comet offense taking their time getting back to the line of scrimmage with only 2:55 to play here in this opening half. Of course, coming up at halftime will be our ACS Roofing halftime show. Take a look at some scores and also the scoring plays with some numbers, and also get you set up for the second half with some second half adjustments. But Creighton Fowl will go back to pass. Swing route out towards the right side for Obi Wilder. He's up to the 45 before being pushed out of bounds at the 50-yard line, down to about the 47. As Obi Wilder on the swing route gets to another GSN Insurance first down, 2:28 to go. Clock continues to wind down in this first half. The offense for the Comets continuing to roll here in the later stages of this first half. 21-3 is still our score. Three receivers to the left side for Creighton Fowl, looking over towards the sideline. He's got about 15 seconds on the play clock. One man on the right side, that being Trent Moman. Man switching over to the left side, that being Obi Wilder. Just to the left side of Creighton Fowl. He'll go towards the right side looking for Trent Moman. He went up for it, was knocked away by Mike Cleveland. Going up against the corner, no flag thrown on the play as Trent Moman was trying to jump over Mike Cleveland using that size advantage. It is a bit of a mismatch against Mike Cleveland. Mike Cleveland, a little bit shorter than Trent Moman, is listed at 6'5". Mike Cleveland listed at 5'10", so about a 6 to 7 inch difference. But Mike Cleveland coming out on the positive end of that pass deflection. 2 minutes to go here in this first half. Foul rolling towards his left side. He's just going to keep it himself. No, he's going to throw it late. It will be caught along the sideline, and it looks like the official threw his hat. He'll be forced out of bounds, as it looks like the receiver, Chris Pope, I believe it was, did not reestablish himself along the sideline. The official on the far side of the field threw his hat. So it'll be setting up a 3rd down and 10 situation from about the 47-yard line of Dakota State. Need to get up to the 37 of DSU for a GSN Insurance first down. Now checking the game, number 15. That's Dante Rivera, a senior running back out of Galloway, New Jersey. For the Comets, he'll be just to the left of Creighton Fowl with 2 receivers to each side. Man coming in motion is Joshua Portillo. He will go back to pass his Fowl. Swing route, pass deflected at the line of scrimmage, caught by, Creighton Fowl. He's just going to keep it himself. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage before being taken out of bounds. Flag thrown on the play, and it might be in the area of a late hit out of bounds. Pass was deflected up in the air by Kurt Bakey. And this could be a late hit out of bounds near the original line of scrimmage, as it was a great deflection off the arm of Kurt Bakey, caught by Fowl, scrambling towards his left, going out of bounds, and a whole sea of bodies coming that direction. It will be a late hit out of bounds by Kurt Bakey. So the man who starts the play with a pass deflection is the one who is credited with the penalty. It will be a GSN Insurance first down for Dakota State University, and I believe not too many penalties this afternoon or this evening for the Trojans. I believe only their second penalty of the evening. It was their second penalty of the evening, and it is a big one. First down and 10 from the 37 of Dakota State. For the Mayville State Comets, 2 receivers to each side and 2 to the left with a man in the backfield. It will be Fowl going back to pass, looking over the middle. He's going to find a man over the middle. It is caught by number 86. That is Adrian Carrillo, the junior wide receiver at a good old Hatton, North Dakota. With 1:20 to play here in this first half. The Comet offense back to the line of scrimmage very quickly. Looks like a timeout taken by Coach Tome of Mayville State University. We'll take it with him as well. It is exactly 7 o'clock and 1:17 to play here in this first half. We'll be back in 30 seconds on Jammin' Country 103.
This time we'd like to introduce the DSU cheerleaders. They are Cass Kloss, Whitney Flanagan, Cheyenne Hart, Tatum Rodkey, Holly Sando, Lexi Vanderwilt, Victory Wilson, and their coach is Terry Weeman. The cheerleaders are wearing ribbons with gold and orange tonight to show support for childhood cancer and leukemia.
1:17 to play here in this first half of football on Jammin' Country FM 103. 21-3 is currently our score on the Sunshine Food scoreboard. But don't forget that our sporty shout-out we mentioned just a little bit ago was 14-3. You take that score of 14-3 and email kjamsports@gmail.com. From now until the end of the game, you'll be entered in for a chance to win a $10 gift card to Sporty's in downtown Madison. It will be 2nd down and 1 from the 21-yard line. It'll be a keeper by Creighton Fowl, busting his way down to about the 25, and it will be good enough for a GSN Insurance first down with 1:13 to go. Clock continues to wind for the Comet offense. Coach Tome using a timeout to rally the troops. Now it will be foul going from the shotgun. He's got two receivers towards his right side and one to his left. Looks like it is the third man in the depth chart in the backfield once again. He'll throw along the sideline looking for a man. It will be through the hands of number 3, Joshua Portillo. As Portillo got a late read of it, he had to look back as well, staring up into the sun with 51 seconds of play here in this first half. Coming up at halftime will be our ACS Roofing halftime show, taking a look at some of the numbers and also get you set up for the second half of football. As now will be 3 receivers for Creighton foul on the left side. Number 15, that being Dante Rivera, just to the left of Creighton foul. One man on the right side, that being Trent Moman, who does not have a catch today. Looking over the middle, it will be caught by the receiver and shaking off a tackler down inside the Case IH red zone, inside the 10-yard line with 42 seconds to go. Joshua Portillo getting that catch on the inside, and it looks like another timeout taken by Coach Tome of Mayville State University. He has one timeout left here in this first half. We'll take it with him as well. We'll be back in 30 seconds on Jammin' Country 103.
Please contact the athletic department at 256-5229 for more information about how you can support this excellent opportunity to help athletes. Remember, next week is homecoming here at DSU. The football game, we will host Presentation College at Trojan Field. Kickoff set for 4 p.m. Once again, if you are an employee of Rosebud, please proceed to the West Gate for the halftime presentation.
42 seconds remaining here in this first half of football. It will be first down and 10 inside the Case IH red zone for Mayville State University. A drive that was kept alive after a late hit out of bounds by Kurt Bakey to keep the drive alive for the Comets. It will be Creighton foul, standing at the 9-yard line with his offense with 2 men to the left side, 2 men to the right, and the man in Obi Wilder just towards his left side. In the shotgun set, going back to pass his foul, looking towards his left. He's going to throw back in the middle. It will be caught in the end zone for Adrian Carrillo, and a Mayville State University touchdown to cut the deficit down to 21-10, or 21-9, I should say, as it currently stands. Carrillo listed at 5'10", 196 pounds, a junior wide receiver out of Hatton, North Dakota, not too far away from Mayville. Say about a 45-minute drive or so from Hatton to Mayville, as the extra point is up through the uprights, banks in and somehow gets in, as the kicker Jonathan Rodriguez using all of the upright and crossbar to get the extra point through. 21-10 our score. We'll be back in 30 seconds. Your home for Dakota State Trojan football is Jammin' Country 103. Back on Jammin' Country FM 103. Currently 37 seconds remaining here in this first half on the Sunshine Foods scoreboard. 21-10 is our score after a 9-yard touchdown pass from Creighton foul to Adrian Carrillo. Then the extra point bouncing off every part of the uprights and the crossbar to get in. Jonathan Rodriguez, a high directional kick that looks like it will reach out of bounds. And the Trojan offense with 37 seconds to go will get the ball first down and 10 at their own 35-yard line, it looks like. Or that's what Popular Convention says. With 37 seconds to go here for the Trojans, not without the realm of possibility here. They do have 3 timeouts, but if anything, the Trojan offense is going to have to stretch the field and stretch it very quickly. Well, the Trojan offense in their last series getting a 48-yard touchdown pass from Jacob Giles to Brendan Waldner, and the offense will come out with Jacob Giles standing in the shotgun, 2 receivers to the left side and 1 to his right, And Brody Frederickson just to his right in the backfield. Giles back to pass, looking over the middle, looking towards his right side. He's going to work the sideline for Austin Opdahl before being pushed out of bounds. And he will get up to about the 44-yard line. Going out of bounds, only took 7 seconds off the clock. Exactly 30 seconds to play here in this first half of football. Don't forget that coming up at halftime will be our ACS Roofing halftime show. 21-10 currently our score. First down and 10 from about the 44-yard line of Dakota State University. Pistol set for Giles. Frederickson in the backfield. He'll go back to pass. Will Giles looking downfield for Brendan Wellner. This time he will make the catch. It looks like no, they're going to say incomplete. The side judge on the backside of the formation said, Wellner, the ball went underneath you before you could bring it in for a catch, and I would say a good call on that one. Took another 7 seconds off the ball with 23 seconds to go here in this first half. First down, or make that second down. Make it a third down now. Third down and 1 from about the 44-yard line of Dakota State. 2 receivers on the left side, 1 to the right for Giles. He'll go back to pass, looking towards the outside for Galloway. He will make the catch. He's at the 45, gets up to a 47 before being pushed out of bounds by number 27, that being Kevin Estime. Eastheim, I actually believe that is how it is pronounced. And it will set up a GSN Insurance first down for Dakota State University. 17 seconds to go here in this first half. 21-10. Ball's at the 48 of DSU for that GSN Insurance first down. Giles trying to go with a hard count, seeing if anybody bites on the pressure. Nobody does. Everyone stays their ground. Don't want to keep this first half alive longer than it needs to be. Giles from the pistol set. He'll go back to pass, looking over the middle. Now looking towards his right side. He's going to scramble towards his right. Going to be a broken play. He's going to cut back towards the left. He's at the 30-yard line. He's going to get up to the 40. He's looking downfield. He's just going to keep it himself. He's up to the 45 before being tackled with 4 seconds to go here in this first half. And I don't know if the Trojans are going to try and just heave one to the end zone or see how far Casey Burke can boot one. Popular convention would say you just heave one to the end zone. As a timeout taken by Dakota State University. We're just going to keep it right here because an interesting decision for Coach Anderson and this Trojan offense. I'm more likely just to throw it to the end zone. I know that Casey Burke has a 41-yard field goal in his repertoire. The ball is at the 44 or 43 of the Comets. So you add 17 yards to 43. That's a 60-yard field goal. I'm going to say that's well without the range of Casey Burke, but I don't know. He spends a lot of time in practice and throughout the week kicking extra long field goals by himself. As usual, kickers do. They're usually within a known realm of themselves. But it looks like the offense is going to stay out on the field here. And it looks like Jacob Giles not taking this play here. Now bringing in Jared Richardson. Richardson, the backup quarterback, looking over on the sideline for Giles. I'm not seeing him currently through the mass of blue jerseys. He did get a bit of a hit there late, so Jared Richardson will come out with 3 receivers towards his right side and 1 to his left. Brody Frederickson in the backfield with 4 seconds to play here in this first half. And it looks like maybe a timeout taken by Coach Tome of Mayville State University. Again, we're just going to keep it right here. Just looking along the sideline towards the training staff, not seeing any movement down there from anybody on the sideline as Jacob Giles currently with his helmet in his hands. Now he's going to put it back on his head with Jared Richardson keeping his helmet on as well. See what the younger man in Jared Richardson can do with the football. Jared Richardson, a sophomore quarterback at a University Place, Washington, listed at 6'5", 225 pounds, prototypical quarterback with the blonde hair as well. If you build a quarterback, that's usually around the shape and the size that you want to go with Jared Richardson. Again, 21-10 is currently our score with 4 seconds to play here in this first half. ACS Roofing halftime show is just moments away. As we break the huddle here along the sideline, Coach Tome getting his defense ready and seeing Trent Moman way back standing on the goal line for the Mayville State Comets. Richardson still out on the field. He'll have 3 receivers towards his left and 1 towards his right, and everybody just playing prevent defense. Jared Richardson will go back, a 3-man rush. He's looking downfield. He's just going to heave one along the sideline. It is going to be a tough play. It looks like it will be intercepted by Trent Moman, and he will bring it out of the end zone and tackled right at the 5-yard line. So Jared Richardson is officially 0 for 1 on the night with an interception picked off by Trent Moman. If he's going to get a reception, it might as well be an interception. 21-10 our score at halftime. It is 21-10 on the Sunshine Food scoreboard. Coming up, it will be your ACS Roofing halftime show. We'll take a look at the scores, take a look at the numbers, and get you set up for the second half of football. There's a fresh 20 minutes on the Sunshine Food scoreboard. We're going to step away. When we come back, take a look here at your ACS Roofing halftime show. 21-10, your Dakota State University Trojans on top of the Mayville State Comets on your home for Dakota State University Trojan football. It is Jammin' Country 103. We'll be back in 3 minutes. Yeah, I got a pen. Second.
Whatever's best for you, I guess.
DSU Athletic Department would like to thank Prostrellos for sponsoring our halftime Kick for Gas event. Right now we have 2 DSU students, Jalen Boyd and Carly Roselle. They're going to attempt to make a 25-yard field goal. If they make it, they'll win $500 worth of gas. Good luck, students.
Back on Jammin' Country FM 103. 21-10 is our score on the Sunshine Food scoreboard. Back here in the Helena broadcast booth from Trojan Field, of course, Helena of Madison, people, products, and knowledge. It is now time for your Trojan halftime show, brought to you by ACS Roofing Madison. From spray foam to siding to concrete work to spray foam insulation and roofing. Whatever your home or business requires, contact Jeremiah Jordahl at Advanced Contracting Solutions in Madison today at 270-1299. A relatively quick first half for both teams, with your Dakota State University Trojans leading by the score of 21-10. Taking a look here at the stats here, also starting off with the scoring plays for the Trojans. Started off on a couple of drives into this football game. Dakota State with a 7-0 advantage over the Comets after a 21-yard touchdown pass from Jacob Giles to Mason Layton on the season, and also a 14-0 score after Jacob Giles found Brendan Wallner for a 9-yard touchdown score that also spanned the play of 2 plays and make that 11 minutes and 40 seconds into this contest to actually make that 8 plays, 69 yards in 3 minutes and 32 seconds for a 14-0 advantage. Then Jonathan Rodriguez booted a 35-yard field goal for Mayville State University in that second quarter in a span of 9 plays, 47 yards in a time of 4 minutes and 31 seconds for a 14-3 deficit at that point of the year, at that point of the football game. Jacob Giles would answer right back for the Trojans with a touchdown pass to Brendan Waldner for the second time of the night on a 5-yard, 69-yard play, 5 plays, 69 yards in a minute and 45 seconds. That was also highlighted on a 48-yard touchdown pass for Jacob Giles to Brendan Waldner. It was just literally he took a couple steps towards his right, beat one defender, a couple steps towards his left, beat another defender, and just trotted his way to the end zone. Did Brendan Waldner on that 48-yard touchdown pass to make the score at 21-3. Then just before the end of the first half, on a 10-play, 75-yard drive in 2 minutes and 36 seconds, Creighton Fowl found his way into the end zone for Adrian Carrillo for a 9-yard touchdown pass on a drive that was kept alive on a personal foul, a late head out of bounds by defensive lineman for the Trojans, that being Kurt Bakey, to set up that score with our current score at 21-10 on the Sunshine Food scoreboard. But don't forget as well, your sporty shout-out this week is 14-3. So you take that score, 14-3, DSU leading Mayville State at that point of the game, and you take that score of 14-3, you email kjamsports@gmail.com. That is kjamsports@gmail.com right now until the end of the game tonight. One winner is going to be chosen to win a $10 gift card to Sporties in downtown Madison. We'll announce our winner on our Facebook and also our Twitter pages. Be sure to follow us here on social media. Just do facebook.com/KJAM Radio or at KJAM Radio on Twitter. We'll be sure to announce our winners of our Sporties shout-out. And, of course, Sporties Bar and Grill in Madison on the corner of Egan Avenue and 1st Street in Madison. They are open Monday through Friday from 4 until close. Kitchen is open from 5 until 9. Daily food and drink specials at Sporties in Madison. Cam Schaefer, the proprietor and owner of Sporties Bar in Madison, a great fan of Dakota State University and also of KJAM Radio. It is Saturday, so they also have an $8 Chislik basket and fries to go along with Tuesdays, a $6 Philly cheesesteak sandwich with fries basket, and even on Thursdays, $5 chicken strips with fries as their weekly deals as well. Again, our sporty shout-out was 14-3. You take that score and email us at kjamsports@gmail.com. It is 21-10 on the Sunshine Food scoreboard. We'll take another break. When we come back, take a look here at the individual numbers coming up. We'll be back in 2 minutes as you keep listening to your home for Dakota State Trojan football on Jammin' Country 103.
On the batted in the air pass, the quarterback caught it again. Did you see the block in the back?
I didn't know.
The referee didn't either. Everybody else saw it.
Interesting.
Pushed that guy right in the back. Well, then they got the penalty on the sideline. Otherwise, it would have canceled out.
It would have. No problem. All right. Hang in there, kid.
So here were the athletes.
Hatton, North Dakota. That's where my grandparents are from. That's where my dad was born and raised. Yeah, that's right. I was born in Rochester, Minnesota. Yeah, yep. My dad's from Hatton. My mom is from Crystal, North Dakota, and they both went to Mayville State. That's where they met each other. So I have a little bit of a rapport with Mayville State University. They don't call it the Dirty Roch for nothing. Nobody calls it that.
For the Trojan softball team, Casey Randall, Megan Zephyr, Kayla Schmell, Tatum Rocky, Audrey Cosman, Rihanna Fitzgerald, Katie Barnes, and Nicole Stewart. Congratulations to these DSU athletes. Dakota State University baseball. Jalen Boyd, Deshaun Proudlove, Zach Suter, and Smith Kemper. Congratulations to these gentlemen. And DSU Trojans men and women track and field. Brianna Hansen, Alex Durr, Michael Carson, Brayden Kurnow, Maxwell Cruzy, Cameron Harding, Brandon Schmidt, Corey Herman, Megan Shrimp, and Grace Cronk. Give these folks a nice round of applause. These are all athletes who have received athletic or academic honors from the spring and fall spring sports teams. At this time, would all Trojan football and cross-country athletes' parents?
And welcome back to the Helena broadcast booth from Trojan Field this evening. It is your ACS Roofing halftime show. 21-10 is our score on the Sunshine Food scoreboard as we work our way here through your ACS Roofing halftime show. Take a look here at some of the numbers for both teams, starting first with the visiting Mayville State University Comets on this game as well. 10 total points in that first half to go with 11 first downs. 5 of 10 on third down, 1 for 1 on fourth down conversions as well, for a total of 169 yards of total offense, 75 on the ground, 93 through the air as well. They've put the ball down on the ground one time for a fumble, but they did recover, and also are 2 penalties for 5 total yards in this contest. Also have an interception that was picked up, or excuse me, that may be correct as well, as an interception has been credited, or excuse me, we'll just negate that. There is no other turnovers in this game. No sacks, but a time of possession at the first half. Mayville State University holding the advantage in time of possession, 17 minutes and 23 seconds compared to 12 minutes and 35 seconds for your Dakota State University Trojans. On the other side of the field, or actually we'll look at the individual numbers here for the Comets, who are 0-2 coming into this contest. 13 of 21 in the first half was Creighton Fowl for 93 yards and a touchdown in that first half. Leading receiver for the Comets, Chris Pope, with 7 receptions for 48 yards. To go along with Joshua Portillo, he has 2 catches for 18 yards, but Adrian Carrillo has 2 receptions for 17 yards, and the only touchdown in the first half for the Mayville State University Comets. Top rusher for the night, it's been a couple of different players tonight that received the carries, but Desmond Earls holding the advantage, 9 carries for 49 yards in that first half, and Obi Wilder has 6 carries for 33 yards in the first half. Switching on the other side of the field for your Dakota State University Trojans, they have 12 total first downs to go along with 21 first half points, 4 of 6 on third down, 0 for 1 on fourth down, 276 yards of total offense, 179 through the air, 97 yards on the ground, with 3 penalties in that first half to go along with a personal foul penalty by Kurt Bakey that kept the late drive in that first half going for Mayville State, that eventually led to a touchdown, and also to go along with 1 kickoff return for 5 yards. And again, they also do have a sack. That was Ryan Dozer with the sack on the quarterback of Creighton Fowl to put the Trojans up at halftime as well. Looking at the individual numbers, it will be actually that there was an interception towards the end of the first half. It's just coming to my mind now is Trenton Moman, the wide receiver playing prevent defense. They get that interception of Jared Richardson, as he is officially 0 for 1 on the night with that interception. But Jacob Giles in the first half, 14 completions on 22 attempts for 179 yards and 3 touchdowns. And also top rusher is Brody Frederickson for 11 carries and also 85 yards. Jacob Giles has 1 carry for 9 yards, and Mason Layton also has 1 carry for 3 yards. in the first half. Top receiver tonight, 5 catches for 85 yards and 2 touchdowns. Brendan Waldner starting to become a bit of a good piece for this Trojan offense that has multiple weapons that can make a difference here in this football game. And also as the season continues on, heading into conference play as we open up conference play here tonight against Mayville State University. Mason Layton also has 2 receptions for 44 yards and 1 touchdown in the first half as well. That is a look at the first half numbers for both teams as the ACS Roofing halftime show starts to wind down just a little bit here. Looking at some second half adjustments that both teams are going to have to make. The Trojan defense starting off, they've done a great job of containing the pressure or containing enough of Creighton Fowl to not allow him a lot of time to look for some plays downfield. It's been a lot of short rollout passes from Creighton Fowl to get him only 93 yards passing here in this first half. Along with a touchdown pass, they've done a good job of providing consistent enough pressure to keep Creighton Fowl in the pocket and look for a lot of short passing plays while also getting to him as well, causing him a little bit to not get his feet set to throw downfield as well. And the defense for the Trojans also getting in the face in the physical play of the defensive backs and also some of the linebackers as well to get into the face of some receivers for Mayville State to keep them where they are with only 97 yards. Excuse me, yes, 93 yards passing in the first half for Mayville State University. On the other side of the field for the Trojans, they have themselves a good start off to the game. It's been a good mix. Getting Brody Frederickson involved, that's one thing we talked about in the pregame show. Getting him involved, using that physicalness that he has to be a difference maker, to set up the run and also get them the pass set up and open, which has also helped Jacob Jaws finding Brendan Waldner open in some places. Mason Layton as well. Even Austin Opdahl, he's got 4 catches for 38 yards in the first half, and also getting a couple other men involved at the same time. Both sides looking very strong here in this first half. And again, one thing that comes down to it is discipline. That late penalty in the first half by Kurt Bakey was a backbreaker and also gave Mayville State a chance to find the end zone late in the first half. That's going to about do things here for our ACS Roofing halftime show, a proud sponsor of our Dakota State University halftime show. That is ACS Roofing in Madison, where from roofing to siding, concrete work to spray foam insulation, whatever your home or business requires, contact Jeremiah Jordahl at ACS Roofing in Madison today at 270-1299. That's going to about wrap things up here for our ACS Roofing halftime show. We'll take a 2-minute break. When we come back, we are going to have ourselves second half action from Trojan Field as the Sunshine Foods scoreboard reads 21-10. Your Dakota State University Trojans on top of Mayville State University on your home for Dakota State Trojan football on Jammin' Country 103. We'll be back in 2 minutes. Mayville State does know they have to play the second half, right? So Mayville State does know they have to play the second half, right? They're just getting out of the locker room.
Is there any scores coming on there?
What's that?
Any scores coming on there from other, like South Dakota State or anything?
I know that USD won over UND. Yeah, it was an ugly one. It won like 41-7, I think, or something like that. I'm a UND fan, so.
They beat the heck out of Drake, and that's who the state's like.
Really?
You're a USD fan?
I am not. No. North Dakota.
North Dakota.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
SDSU is up at halftime, 41-3. Beating up on the Little Sisters of the Poor. Back on Jammin' Country FM 103, it is 21-10 on the Sunshine Foods scoreboard. Back here in the Helena broadcast booth with Paul Vold. This is Helena of Madison, committed to the success of their customers. As Mayville State University getting a little bit of a late break coming out of the locker room. They came out about 2 minutes ago, and we're just under a minute away from the start of our second half. And again, looking at some other scores, South Dakota State University on top of the Drake Bulldogs by the score of 41-3 at halftime, while also the University of South Dakota defeating University of North Dakota down in Vermilion not too long ago earlier today, as the Coyotes defeat the Fighting Hawks. Still a little bit upset by the fact that the University of North Dakota, of all the mascots that they could go with, they decided to go with the Fighting Hawks. I was very happy with the first nickname, the previous nickname, but that is a whole nother ball of wax that we do not want to get into here in the Helena broadcast booth. So DSU won the opening coin toss. They elected to receive. So Mayville State is going to come out here in the second half and possibly look for a double dip to start off this second half and look to score on their last drive of the first half and also in their first drive of the second half here on this chilly evening at Trojan Field. And this is high-quality football weather. Now, we only wish it would stick around here for quite some time, and unfortunately, it's going to warm up here these next few days here in the Madison area. After last night, or yesterday as well, had a couple of funnel clouds reach down to the ground a couple of different times here around the area. Luckily enough, where I was down in Irene covering that ball game last night, dry as a bone. .com through Chris Pope. Again, the Trojans going with now, making it to Jason Holmes. He'll field it at his own 10-yard line up to the 20. He'll get up to about the 25. He's at the 30. He will cut back towards the middle of the field. Flag thrown on the play just shy of the 20-yard line, and it was Jason Holmes. He gets up to about the 39-yard line. A nice return for Jason Holmes, the defensive back. But again, a flag thrown on the play in the area of possibly a hold or a block in the back. It will be a legal block in the back against Mayville State University from the spot of the foul, which was at the 30-yard line. So that may back them up to about the 20, I believe. And it's just taking a guess out there on the field. I could be correct. Usually about a 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. They're going to start them off right at the 20-yard line. So in essence, an old-fashioned touchback of sorts, back when the touchbacks were at the 20-yard line for football. So the strong return from Jason Holmes is negated by a block in the back penalty. Creighton foul, back out on the field, quarterback with two tight ends in, one receiver to each side, and the man in the backfield, that being O.B. Wilder. He'll take the handoff, running off the right side. He's up to the 30. He'll get to the 35, cutting it towards the DSU sideline, just to midfield before being pushed out of bounds by Derek DeVries. And hello, O.B. Wilder. Again, the second half started off on a strong suit up to about a 35-yard, maybe even a 40-yard run on first down, and a GSN Insurance first down for Mayville State University. And the Trojan defense going to have to wake up after one play. Ball is marked right at the 47 of Dakota State University. So a 33-yard run for O.B. Wilder to start off the second half for Mayville State University. Pistol set for Creighton foul. Handoff to Wilder, this time running out the left side. Tackled right at the line of scrimmage by Danny Jordan. Grabbed him by the ankle and did not let go. Bailey Edwards also in just to provide a little bit extra insurance that he did not get past the line of scrimmage. Actually a loss on the play. A loss for about 2 yards. Now under 14 minutes to play in this third quarter. Again, 21-10 is our score on the Sunshine Foods scoreboard. As Creighton foul, changing the play at the line of scrimmage with one receiver on his left side and two to his right. Man lined up just off the left side of the formation in a tight end spot. O.B. Wilder in the backfield. Trent Moman going in motion. He'll foul, going back to pass, looking towards his right side. He'll be taken down in the backfield. Yes, he will. It looks like number 96, LeVar Colbert, in on the sack. Mike McAllister providing the pressure as well. Mike McAllister was the one who initiated the pressure, but it was LeVar Colbert coming in to make sure that Creighton foul went down gracefully for a big loss. Now setting up third down and about 16 yards to go. Ball is at the 46 of Mayville. They need to get to about the 37-yard line of DSU. Creighton Fowl will spread him out with 4 receivers on his left side and 1 to his right. It'll be a sideways snap. He'll picks it up, rolls towards his left side, looking downfield for a receiver. It will be caught along the sideline. No, they're going to say it's incomplete as Adrian Carrillo was in the area. And he was toe tapping along the sideline. If he did catch it, I believe he was leaning back towards his own sideline and would have been short of a first down regardless, but instead it'll be 4th down and 18, and the punt team for the Comets is back out on the field. The battle of number 6s, as I like to say, as Sean Perry, the punter, is wearing number 6 for Mayville State, while the returner for DSU, number 6, is Brendan Waldner. Waldner with 2 receiving touchdowns in tonight's game would like to make an impact in the punt return game. It'll be high end over end punt, bounces to about the 20 and inside to about, gets out to about the 20-yard line and bounces sideways into the hands of a Comet, marked down to about the 17, possibly 18-yard line with 12:39 to play here in this third quarter. Dakota State University coming out onto the field for the first time here in this second half. First half numbers were looking very good for the Trojans as a well-balanced attack with 179 yards passing, with also 97 yards on the ground. Brody Frederickson getting a bulk of the carries for 85 yards. And Giles will come out with 2 receivers on his left side, 1 to his right, and from the shotgun set. Giles looking towards the sideline, and Coach Anderson and Coach Nelson as Giles will peer over towards his sideline, with Brody Frederickson just to his right in the backfield. Giles will go back to pass. Quick here to the outside for Trevor Listman. He will catch it, and it will be a positive yards, I believe, for about a 3-yard reception for Listman. Just outside their own 20-yard line, up to about the 21. 2nd down and 7 yards to go with 12:21 to play here in this third quarter. Now over on the near hash here at Trojan Field. Pistol set for Giles. Frederickson in the backfield. He'll take the handoff, running off the right side. Gets a good couple of blockers downfield just beyond the 25-yard line and shy of a first down as Brody Frederickson making it about a 3rd down and say about 1 whole yard to go with under 12 minutes to play in the third quarter. Trojan offense back at the line very quickly. Try to get the Comet defense off balance. They're going to slow things down here from the pistol set. Frederickson, the deep set back, with Giles also in the backfield. And Frederickson getting a couple of steps as the offense now changing to play at the line of scrimmage. Frederickson's done that a couple times tonight. Very close to possibly getting a false start, but instead they will go Giles back to pass. Looking for Listman on the far side. Misplayed his footing, and just beyond his reach. If he doesn't slip on the footing, he may be able to get that first down and get that reception. And the Trojan offense quickly back to the line of scrimmage on a 4th down and 1 from their own 26. 0 for 1 on the night. Giles will go under center. He'll keep it himself, busting his way towards the first down marker, and it's going to be very close. Ball came out late, but that was well after the play. Depending on the spot, this is going to be a tough spot for the Trojans. It is near the area of a first down, right on top of the marker. The official does mark a GSN Insurance first down, and the Trojan offense will be set up with a fresh set of downs. A GSN Insurance first down, courtesy of Scott Gusso at GSN Insurance of Madison. It'll be a pistol set with 2 receivers on the left side for Giles, also 1 man to the right, and Frederickson in the backfield. Giles will go back to pass, looking towards his right side for Opto, getting him along the sideline, get a beat on the defender. One-hand catch inside the 40-yard line, down to the 35. Austin Opto, an unbelievable one-handed catch along the sideline. Had the left arm on the defender, brings it in with the right hand for a GSN Insurance first down to the 35 of Mayville State University. You don't see a lot of plays like that with a conference champion in Austin Opdahl in indoor and outdoor track and field, and using that to his advantage to go up and bring in that football. It'll be 1st down and 10 from the 35 of Mayville. Going back to pass to Giles, looking for Opdahl once again, double covered. A long throw from him down towards the end zone, but incomplete. As a couple of Comets in the area as well. Giles risking it all on 1st down and 10. Not a bad throw from the 35 of Mayville. It'll be 2nd down and 10 with 10:32 to play here in this third quarter. First drive of the second half for the Trojans. Nearly stalled it back at their own 26 as they were able to convert on a 4th and short with two receivers on the left side for Giles, Mason Layton, and also Trevor Listman on the left side of the formation. Austin Opdahl split out on the wide right side. One tight end is in for the Trojans, and Frederickson in the backfield. It'll be a handoff to Frederickson, running off the right side, now cutting it back towards the middle, down to about the 25 and busting his way. Couple of passes of his own teammates. Taken down, looks like by number 65, taking him with him was Brody Frederickson, number 65, I believe it was, or it might have been 64, Justin Ponarelli, third and short for the Trojans. Two receivers to the left side in that pistol set from about the 26-yard line, or yes, make that about the 26 for Mayville. With 9:58 and counting downward in this third quarter. Giles going back to pass, looking over towards his left side. Pass will be incomplete off the hands of Trevor Listman. In on the coverage was number 17, Skylar Berry, as he might have heard the footsteps of Berry coming through. Skylar Berry listed at 6 foot, 185 pounds, out of Moorhead, Minnesota. And another fourth down and short for the Trojans. And the offense going with that pistol set instead of Giles under center. About fourth and about a half yard to go. A whole football to go length. It'll be a handoff to Frederickson. Run off the right side. He will get the GSN Insurance first down. And fighting his way to about the 20-yard line, inside the 20. And back inside the Case IH red zone are the Trojans. One equipment that's both powerful and efficient. It's only available in red at your Case IH dealer, Lake County International in Madison. The Trojans converting on 2 4th and 1s to keep this drive alive. Now first down and 10 from the 17 of Mayville State. Two receivers left for Giles. He'll go towards his left side. Double pump fake. He will look towards the left side for Listman. It will be caught. It will be brought down. Did he complete it? Yes, he did. Touchdown, Dakota State. Trevor Listman working on the coverage against the defender, Skylar Berry, it looks like, or actually number 27. That is Kevin Estime, and it will be a 17-yard touchdown reception for Trevor Listman, his second touchdown on the year, and a 27-10 lead for your Dakota State University Trojans. Ratcliffe back out on the field to kick an extra point. The holder is Jared Richardson, the backup quarterback. The snapper is Nick Van Rukel. It'll be a good snap. Hold is down. Kick is up. It is good. 28-10 is our score on the Sunshine Food scoreboard. Dakota State firmly ahead of Mayville State University. We'll be back in 30 seconds on your home for the Trojans. That is Jammin' Country 103. Back on Jammin' Country FM 103. 28-10 is our score on the Sunshine Food scoreboard. Jacob Giles with a 17-yard touchdown pass to Trevor Listman. The fourth touchdown pass on the night. First to Listman, and also on that drive converting 2 4th and shorts to get themselves back in the end zone off the Case IH red zone. And Casey Burke out onto the field with a 28-10 lead for the Trojans to kick this football back deep to Jason Holmes and also Joshua Portillo, I should say. It'll bounce right to the 10-yard line to Portillo. He'll get up to about the 10-yard line following Trent Moman. He'll cut it back towards the 15. He's up to the 20, up to the 25 before being tackled by number 49, that being Jeb Sanford. Sanford, a couple of special teams tackles tonight. The freshman linebacker out of Aitkin, Minnesota. Anytime you can get a mention of Aitkin, Minnesota, in any way, shape, or form, it's usually a pretty good day. 9:11 to play here in this third quarter. The offense for Mayville State did a good job of moving the football in their first drive here in the second half, as they were just held up on the pressure that was coming into the face of Creighton Fowl. Is also getting a couple of sacks tonight, has this Trojan defense. He'll start off with two men on the left side of the formation, double tight end package with Obi Wilder splitting out. He'll be caught by Trent Moman through the hands of Moman and taking a bit of a pop after the play from Mike Cleveland. Mike Cleveland has been shutting down Trent Moman Trent Moment, 6'5", a redshirt junior out of Hempstead, Texas. Mike Cleveland out of Detroit, Michigan, 5'10", 175 pounds, wearing number 2 after changing from the number 8 and last season. A good job of working the receiver, Mike Cleveland, in any corner really against Trent Moment. That one was just right through the hands. Had to come back for it a little bit sideways as well. 2nd down and 10 from the 28-yard line of Mayville. 3 receivers on the right side for a Creighton foul. 1 man split down the left, down to 3 seconds on the clock. He'll get the snap, roll towards his a high throw, and Mike Cleveland. Now 3rd down and 10 from the 28-yard line. Creighton foul will have 3 receivers on his left side, 1 on his right. Obi Wilder just to his right side in the shotgun set. Going back to pass, stepping up on the pressure. He'll get rid of it just over the head, and it will be incomplete as Trent Moment in the area. And it looks like 3 straight pass plays in the area of Mike Cleveland, and it'll be a 3 and out for the Mayville State University Comet offense. As a bit of a late exchange or a late change on the field for both special teams units. Sean Perry back out on the field, and also it looks like Brendan Waldner standing at his own 45-yard line. Barry will go back deep, stand inside his own 15-yard line, while Waldner scoots up to about his own 15, and almost a block by the Trojan special teams unit. And Waldner catching that one with about 4 Comets literally surrounding him. Took a bit of a bump from number 21, Jason Holmes. And a very close play right there, and the Trojan offense back with the football. They'll start at their own, looks like about their own 48-yard line with 8:53 to play here in this 3rd quarter. Trojan defense forcing a 3 and out so far tonight has only allowed 194 yards of total offense. The Trojan offense back out on the field for the 2nd time this evening, in this 2nd half, I should say. With Giles starting out in the pistol set, seeing a little bit of movement along the line. Nobody budges, so he'll change the play at the line of scrimmage. 5 seconds go on the play. With 2 seconds to go. He'll roll towards his backside. He'll look for Austin Opdahl, left all alone, just beyond the reach. Austin Opdahl would have had nothing but green grass in front of him, and it just beyond the reach. Giles beside himself. Coach Hoddle just to my right, and the coach's booth right beside me is beside himself, as Coach Jared Hoddle wanted that one, as it was a perfectly designed play. Austin Opdahl was found alone in the middle of the field, and if Giles just gets a little bit more touch on that pass, that would have gone for another 6. 2nd down and 10 from their own 48-yard line are the Trojans. Down to about 10 seconds on the play clock. He'll go from the pistol set. Fredrickson still in the backfield. Mitchell Galloway now on the field. He'll take the handoff. Will Fredrickson up to midfield. Down to the 45, down to the 40, just inside the 35-yard line. GSN Insurance 1st down for Brody Fredrickson. Now over 100 yards rushing tonight. And he is well into about, I would say, about 120 yards on 15 carries. And he's also been able to keep the rushing attack going for the Trojans. 8:23 to go here in this 3rd quarter. 2 receivers back on the right side for Giles. He'll fake the handoff. He'll go to Alex Babcock at the 35-yard line before tiptoeing along the sideway out of bounds. And it looks like a flag thrown on the play as well on the backside of the play. And maybe Giles taking a bit of a hit towards the end of the play. A lot of high-fiving for the Trojans, so that's usually a good sign of a defensive penalty in the area of where the quarterback was. It will be unnecessary roughness against the defense. We'll give the Trojans some free yardage, and also maybe quite possibly a GSN Insurance 1st down. Of course, that is GSN Insurance of Madison. We can call Scott Gusso today at 556-0242. GSN Insurance is also located at 215 North Egan Avenue in downtown Madison. 8:11 to play here in this 3rd quarter. The Trojans 1st down and 10 right at the 19-yard line. So back inside the Case IH red zone are the Trojans, as Giles will give handoff to Brody Fredrickson, running right up the middle, just inside the 15-yard line, just a hair step away from busting a big run and possibly looking for pay dirt was Brody Fredrickson, with 7:50 to play. 2nd down and about 3 yards to go, down to about the 12-yard line of Mayville State University. 28-10 our score. Trojan offense looking to go back-to-back in scores. 2nd down and 2 from the 12-yard line. Two receivers on the right side for Giles. Frederickson in the backfield. He'll go back to pass. Will Giles looking towards his right side. He's looking for Brendan Waldner for the third time. He brings down the catch. Is it in bounds? Yes, it is. It is a hat trick for Brendan Waldner. The third touchdown of the night, a back corner route for about a 12-yard score. Brendan Waldner puts the Trojans up 34-10 on the Sunshine Foods scoreboard. A good play from the slot receiver, got inside on the route, heading towards the back corner of the end zone, had to come back and look up for the football, brings it in for another touchdown, his third of the night for Brendan Waldner, and also the fifth passing touchdown for Jacob Giles as Ratcliffe back out onto the field for an extra point opportunity. 7:20 to play as the kick is down, the snap is up, and it is good. 35-10 our score on the Sunshine Foods scoreboard. 7:20 to play in this third quarter. We'll be back in 30 seconds on Jammin' Country 103.
Number 3, Josh Portillo. Number 21, Jason Holmes. Back to receive.
$7:20 to play here in this third quarter on the Sunshine Foods scoreboard. Brendan Waldner now with his third receiving touchdown of the night to quite possibly put him over 100 yards receiving. Waldner with a 12-yard touchdown pass from Jacob Giles to put the score up 35-10 now. Dakota State University on top of the Mayville State University Comets. Casey Burke will make his approach right to the 35-yard line. It'll be a high end-over-end kick looking for Jason Holmes inside his own 10-yard line. He will refield the punt, or the kick, I should say, up to the 20 before being pushed out of bounds. Ball popped out last second as he was in bounds, but it looks like it will stay with Mayville State University right to about the 22-yard line. Will be first down and 10 for Mayville State University. Ball is up, actually will be marked out of bounds right in front of Coach Josh Anderson to about the 24 of Mayville State University. First down and 10 for the Comets. Comets tonight only 194 yards of total offense and also 93 yards passing for quarterback Creighton Fowl, coming up 436 yards passing last week against Sterling College in a loss. Three receivers to the left side for Creighton Fowl. One man on his right, and also a man in the backfield will be a handoff to Obi Wilder on first down. Tackled immediately by Kurt Bakey as he bounced off one of the linemen, that being number 76, Alex Cardwell. Cardwell not doing a good job of blocking his man against Kurt Bakey, as Kurt Bakey getting a tackle for about a 1-yard gain for Obi Wilder. Under 7 minutes to play. Second down and 3 from the, looks like about the 25-yard line of Mayville State. Still three receivers on the left side for Fowl. One man in the backfield just towards his left side from the shotgun set. Rolling towards his left side is Fowl. Looking to cut it back towards the middle. He'll throw and he'll just shovel pass it out of bounds. And it was backhanded, got out of bounds. So will not be intentionally grounding as he was out of the pocket as well, or out of the tackle box, I should say. Just going with a backhand shovel pass out of bounds to be third down and 9 for the Comet offense. Last series was held in check. 3 straight plays and 3 incompletions. Creighton Fowl bringing now 2 receivers to each side and also one man in the backfield. That's still being Obi Wilder, number 8. Trent Moment for a look back 3 and outs. The defense have been outstanding. Trojan defense over doing a fantastic job tonight. 6:31 to play here. Still a lot of time left in this football game. 6:31 remaining here in this fourth of Dakota State University, and that initially bounced right. So he comes up a little bit limping, holding down towards the foot area, just trying to get his shoe back on, it looked like. 2 receivers on the right side for Jacob Giles. 5 passing touchdowns tonight. They'll go along with 250 yards through the air. Now officially 132 yards rushing for Brody Frederickson, as it looks like Dalton Mercer checks into the game at running back. Giles will go back to pass, looking towards his right side. He's got Waldner open in the flat, getting towards a first down, fighting his way still. He would have been short, but it looks like forward momentum will get him out to a GSN Insurance first down. And depending on the spot, it looks like about the 31, maybe the 32-yard line. They're going to say he's shy of the first down, about a 9-yard reception for Brendan Waldner, who's got 3 touchdowns tonight, and looks like he may go over 100 yards receiving after that next catch. Under 6 minutes to play here in this third quarter. Giles from the pistol set, 2 men on the right side and 1 to the left. Mercer in the backfield. Looks like Frederickson taking a few plays off, but he is ready to go. Helmet is on along the sideline. Still in that pistol set, now down to 4 seconds on the play clock. It'll be handoff to Mercer, running off the right side. No, Giles keeps it. He'll roll out towards his left, looking downfield for a big play. He'll just give it the old heave-ho. Couple of men there. Trevor Listman comes down with it, as Opdahl was also there, but Opdahl decides to pull up and let Trevor Listman bring in the big catch for a GSN Insurance first down to about the 22-yard line of Mayville State with 5:20 to play here in this third quarter. A GSN Insurance first down for your Dakota State University Trojans. First down and 10 from the 21-yard line of Mayville State. The Trojans looking to fire right back here in this third quarter with another score. Mercer in the backfield. He will take this handoff, running off the right side. Gets a couple of good blocks. Gets up to about the 20. Down to the 15, just beyond the 12-yard line. He'll get down to about the 12 for a GSN Insurance first down, or very close to a first down, I should say, but also another opportunity inside the Case IH red zone for your Trojans for top-notch service on your Case IH equipment this fall. Stop into Lake County International in Madison. It was good enough for a GSN Insurance first down after the carry from Dalton Mercer gets himself on the stat sheet tonight. And it looks like Brendan Wallner will go in motion inside, handoff to Mercer. He'll fight his way inside the 10-yard line before being boulder dashed right for about a 3-yard carry. That was a hard-fought couple of yards for Mercer, that was. I believe Doug Kepling was in on the tackle, along with a couple other Comets. Walder was met right at the point of contact for about a 2-yard carry, and he did not move after that, but he is right back up and ready for the next play. 2 receivers to each side, with Mercer in the backfield and Giles looking for that pistol set, as he'll have 10 seconds on the play clock, under 4 minutes to play here in this third quarter. Second down and 8 from the 8-yard line. So second down and goal, I should say. Could still get a first down, it looks like. Giles will roll back towards his right side. Looking to pass, he'll just throw it towards the ankles of the official along the goal line, and it will be incomplete. Third down and 8 now, as Giles was out of the tackle box, threw it out of bounds, and a receiver was in the area, just unable to make a play on it. Mercer will check out of the game along with Brendan Waldner, bringing back in Alex Babcock for some tight end protection, and also Brody Frederickson. Frederickson with 132 yards, and also Brendan Waldner, 7 receptions for 106 yards and 3 touchdowns. 3:44 to go here in this third quarter. 2 receivers on the left side in Mason Layton and Trevor Listman for Jacob Giles, and Opdahl working one-on-one. Giles will go back to pass. Does a little bit of a slip. He'll throw towards the back corner of the end zone for Layton again. Did he bring it down? 2 feet in bounds. It will be touchdown for Dakota State. Mason Layton working the toes along the sideline and make it now 6 touchdown passes on the night for Jacob Giles. Now finding Mason Layton for the second time tonight. 41-10 our score. And that Sunshine Foods scoreboard racked lift. Now back out on the field for an extra point opportunity. Doug Gross has seen enough for the night. He is going to head on back. And we thank Doug Gross for joining us here in the Helena broadcast booth. A big fan of Dakota State University Trojan football. And he has certainly enjoyed the performance tonight for the Trojans. Racked lift, the extra point. It is up. It sneaks in on the left side. It is good. It is 3:37 to play here in this third quarter. 42-10 our score. Your Trojans on top of Mayville State University. We'll be back in 30 seconds on Jammin' Country 103.
For the Trojans, number
3:37 to play here in this third quarter. On the Sunshine Foods scoreboard, back in the Helena broadcast booth, you're here with Paul Vold, your voice of Dakota State Trojan football all season long on Jammin' Country 103 and also through the DSU sports page at AmazingMadison.com. 6 touchdown passes on the night for Jacob Giles. The kick will go to Trent Moman of Mayville State inside the 10-yard line, gets up to about the 20. He'll get up to about the 12-yard line before cutting his way back towards the middle of the field before finally being taken down by a whole gaggle of Trojans. In the area of a tackle was number 33, it looks like, and also number 53, Nolan Serwinski, and also number 33, that Noah Guzzi as well. So the Trojan defense comes back out on the field. It will be first down and 10 for Mayville State at the 24-yard line. 6 touchdown passes on the night for Jacob Giles as he just continues to add on to those record-breaking numbers here in his time as a senior quarterback for Dakota State University. He's thrown 7 touchdown passes twice in his career, one coming in the first game of the season a few weeks ago to kick off the season against the Dakota Wesleyan Tigers, as it'll be Creighton foul to go on first down. Pitch play over to the left side for a receiver. And now a couple of tackles getting loose to the receiver, Joshua Portillo. And on the tackle is number 94, Big John Trout. And it looks like with 3:13 to play here, it will be second down and about 3 yards ago for the Comets. About a 7-yard reception for Portillo. And it'll be 3 receivers to the right side and 1 to the left for Creighton foul. Man in the backfield just towards his right side in the shotgun set. It'll be a handoff to Obi Wilder. He'll get off the left side up to the 40. He's up to the 45 towards midfield, treading his way along the sideline up to the 45 of Dakota State. A strong run for Obi Wilder. Gets up to about a 20-yard carry for him. Obi Wilder will get a GSN Insurance first down for the Comets. Wilder tonight, rushing-wise, now getting close to 100 yards himself on only about 7 carries. He's got a lot of good chunk plays for the Comets. First down and 10 from the 43 of Dakota State. Wilder looks like he checks out for a play. 3 receivers to the right side for Creighton foul and 1 to the left for the quarterback. He'll go back to pass, looking towards his right side for Jacob Lawrence. Pass will be complete and pushed out of bounds on a tackle as Jacob Lawrence, with a bit of a pop there, hops right back up. Takes a shot in the back, but he's okay. He'll make his way towards the sideline, it looks like. No, he'll stay in this play as well. Looks like Desmond Earls checking into the game for the rushing attack for the Comets. Second down and we'll say about 4 yards to go. A 6-yard reception for the Comets. 3 receivers on the left side now for Creighton foul and 1 man in the backfield and 1 man split out on the right side. Foul will give handoff to Desmond Earls on the right side. He gets up to about the 30, tackled by Bailey Edwards after carrying him for about 3 or 4 yards. It'll be good enough for another GSN Insurance first down. Now the Comets here know the fact that they're down by 32 points, not allowing that to get to them. They just want to continue to move this football and hopefully find the end zone here in these dwindling seconds in this third quarter. 1:26 to play and trending downward in this third quarter. It'll be first down and 10 from the 29 of Dakota State for the Comets. The handoff to Desmond Earls, running off right tackle, cutting it back towards the middle, just outside the Case IH red zone, down to about the 22-yard line. So for about, I would say, about a 7-yard carry for Desmond Earls. Earls as well now into double-digit carries tonight and well over about 50 yards on carries with 3 receivers on the left side for Creighton foul. Desmond Earls stays in the game. He'll take the handoff, running off the right side, trying to get past that first line, and he will just barely get there. Tackled by number 77, that's Bryce Beck, the freshman defensive lineman, along with out of Lakeville, Minnesota. Had to find out if he went to Lakeville North or South, because I got a bone to pick with either one of those schools. About 35 seconds to play here in this third quarter. The offense with another GSN Insurance first down for the Mayville State University Comets. Checking in the game at running back, Dante Rivera from Galloway, New Jersey. Will check into the left side of Creighton foul with 2 receivers on his left side and 1 towards his right. With 13 seconds to go, foul will go back to pass. He will be tackled. It will be a strip sack, and he will be recovered. Kurt Bakey out of nowhere on the blind side of Creighton. Foul just came through absolutely untouched. And the pressure for the Trojans comes back once again on a big play and a loss of about 10, maybe 15 yards. And that will do it for our fourth quarter. Dakota State University on top, 42-10. Heading into the fourth quarter, your Trojans on top of the Mayville State University Comets. We'll be back in 30 seconds on Jammin' Country 103.
Madison Family Dental for sponsoring the Kids Zone, located on the east end of the bleachers. Through their support, we have 3 inflatables for the kids to play on during the football game. Thanks again to Dr. Crabtree and Dr. Ties. The Trojan volleyball team will be on the road on Tuesday as they visit Presentation College in North Star Athletic Conference volleyball contest. There will be a junior varsity match at 5 p.m., followed by a varsity match at 7 p.m. The matches will take place at the Strode Center in Aberdeen, South Dakota.
There is a fresh 15 minutes on the Sunshine Foods scoreboard as we head into your fourth quarter. A 42-21 advantage, or 42-10 advantage for your Dakota State University Trojans in this fourth quarter of play. Back here in the Helena broadcast booth, you are here with Paul Vold on your home for the Trojans all season long, which is Jammin' Country 103. It'll be second down and 21 for Mayville State University with Creighton foul. Back deep, back at the quarterbacking duties. He'll go back to pass, looking towards his left side. He's looking for a man along the sideline. It looks like it'll be a jump ball. Derek DeVries comes down with it on the tip ball. And Derek DeVries with an interception, winning that battle against Joshua Portillo in an absolute size misadvantage. The 5'8" Portillo goes up against 6'2" Derek DeVries for his third interception in the last 2 games. And the Trojans will take over first down and 10 inside the 10-yard line. They'll start off, it'll be about the 6-yard line for the Trojan offense. And it looks like we're going to get a new group of players. Jared Richardson checks into the game for the second time tonight. He threw an interception just before halftime. So he looks to balance out those numbers. Looks like Mitchell Galloway out on the field in receiving. Nick Norris getting some time along with Josh Geezy in a double tight end package. He'll go back to pass Will Richardson. He'll find Galloway outside to about the 10-yard line, up to the 15, just shy of a first down it looks like. And on a first play for on Richardson, looking pretty good on that first play as Josh Geezy will check out of the game in the tight end spot, bringing back in Mason Layton. Also seeing Eric Gower. Now a tight end for the Trojans. It'll be second down and about 2 yards to go from about the 15-yard line. Their own 15-yard line. It'll be a handoff to Dalton Mercer, running off left tackle, cutting it back towards the left side, the far side of the field, very close to a GSN Insurance first down, depending on the spot. It looks like he has enough of it for a GSN Insurance first down. Dalton Mercer with a carry to convert the downs with just a little over 14 minutes of play here in this fourth quarter. Nick Norris and Mason Layton on the right side of the formation for Jared Richardson. Mitchell Galloway split out on the left side with also Eric Gower on the left side of the line in the tight end spot. Dalton Mercer in the backfield. Jared Richardson will go back to pass just beyond the reach. A little bit of a mistimed play between him and Galloway. Will set up about second down and 10 yards to go from their own 17-yard line. Just a reminder, after the completion of this contest, we'll be into our Mustang Seeds postgame show. Catch a word with head coach for your Trojans, Josh Anderson, as the Trojans here just about 13 minutes and 23 seconds away from another victory. Second down and 10 yards to go from their 17. Richardson will go quicker to the outside for Mason Lane, trying to cut it back towards the middle of the field. He'll just shy of the 20, fall just shy of the 20, and Nick Norris, unfortunately, unable to do much better of a blocking job against number 21, Jason Holmes, the senior defensive back out of West Orlando, Florida. And we'll go back to that pistol set with Mercer in the backfield along with Jared Richardson, 13:28 to go here in this fourth quarter. 2 receivers to the left side and 1 to the right for Jared Richardson. He'll go back to pass, looking towards his left side. He'll throw one towards the left side for Galloway. It sheds a couple of tacklers up to the 30-yard line, and a GSN Insurance first down. Galloway getting some strong reps here late in this fourth quarter. Also good to see him back out on the field after a bit of a scary situation a little over a week ago. Has held out of the game against Briarcliff. Now getting some receptions here towards the later stages of this contest. And he'll set up with a first down and 10 right from the, looks like about the 31 or 36-yard line. A handoff to Dalton Mercer running off right tackle. He's still on his feet trying to get up to about the 35. He'll be stopped right about the 34. So it'll be about a 2, maybe 3-yard carry depending on the spot. Original line of scrimmage was at the 31, so they have him at the 34. It'll be second down and 7 with 12.5 to play in this fourth quarter. Nick Norris and Mason Layton will be on the right side for Jared Richardson as he stands in the gun, looking towards the sideline with about 13 seconds on the play clock. Mitchell Galloway split out one-on-one on the left side. Richardson will look for Galloway down along the sideline, trying to reach for that football and just beyond his reach. And every time Richardson has gone back to pass, he's looked for Galloway on that first look. And the only other time he's gone the other way is he's looked for Mason Layton, who was also on the same side of the field for Galloway. Third down and 7 now. We're about the 34 of Dakota State. Need to get to the 41 for GSN Insurance first down. 12-11 to play here in this fourth quarter. Shotgun set for Jared Richardson. He'll go back to pass, looking towards his left side. Swing route for Dalton Mercer. Going to be a whole bunch of tacklers in the area. He'll be rolled up out of bounds. Be held shy of a first down. And it looks like the offense for the Trojans staying out on the field as of right now. And it looks like the punt team now will come out as Caden Height making his way back to do the kicking, or the punting, I should say. So far tonight for the Trojan punt unit, look here at the stats here real. Opportunities for the punt returns of the Mayville State Comets. Back deep to receive, I believe it is Chris Pope who's back deep to receive this punt. And it'll be a low line drive kick fielded by Chris Pope. He'll just barely miss touching it as he was around the area as it was bouncing around just to about the 15-yard line. And it is officially marked down by Riley Yonke, the Madison native and freshman linebacker of that strong recruiting class that included 5 Madison Bulldog players. It'll be first down and 10 for Mayville State University with their offense coming back out on the field at their own 15-yard line. 11-17 to play, 42-10 is our score. But don't forget as well, our Sporty Shoutout score was at the time 14-3. You take that score, you email 14-3 to kjamsports@gmail.com. One winner will be chosen for a $10 gift card to Sporties in Madison. It'll be a handoff over to left side for a running back for Mayville State University. Gets about a yard on the carry. Waiting to see the number that comes up. I had to guess it might be Obi Wilder who comes out with it. No, it was number 15, that being Dante Rivera on the carry. It'll be one receiver to each side. Now make that 2 receivers to the left side. They're going to go double tight end package once again with Rivera still in the backfield. And 1 receiver to each side for Creighton Fowles. He stands in the shotgun. Under 11 minutes to play. Creighton Fowl will just lash one out towards the left side for number 89. That is for the Comets. That is at Hayden Martineau, a wide receiver, redshirt freshman out of Fargo, North Dakota. And it looks like it is good enough for a GSN Insurance first down for the Comets. We'll bring out the usual suspects in the offense for Mayville with 3 receivers on the left side and 1 to the right. And it looks like Rivera still in the backfield in the shotgun set. He'll take the handoff, running off right tackle, getting up to about the 30-yard line and tackled by a whole bunch of Trojans, including Bailey Edwards and also number 93 in on the tackle, Terry Jones Jr. It'll be about 10 minutes to go here in this fourth quarter. Second down and 5 from the 31. 3 receivers to the left side for the Comets, and also 1 man split out on the right side. I believe that is Trent Moman. And a man in the backfield with the quarterback, Creighton Fowl. He'll go back to pass, looking down the field, looking for Trent Moman. He'll adjust and had to spin around to make an attempt on the catch. Also in on the coverage, but it was well short. Makai Davis. Pass is incomplete to Trent Moman. with 9:45 to go here in this fourth quarter. A relatively quick game here for both teams. It was a quick first half. We got started at halftime, about hour 15 in the game, and now things have taken a bit of a downturn in the time department as it looks like they're asking to reset the play clock to 25 seconds. There's a bit of a lapse in judgment from the clocking staff here at Trojan Field, but we won't hold it against them. They're doing a wonderful job here this evening. Creighton Fowl will go back to pass, looking towards his right side. Now will go towards his right, just off the hands of Rivera, and also blocked away or tipped up and away by Bailey Edwards. 42-10 currently our score. 4th down and 5 now for the Comets, and they're going to bring out the punt team. And Mason Layton is going to come back to receive the punt. Haven't seen him field any punts since possibly the second game of the year against St. Ambrose. And then a bit of a switch in the return game, bringing Brendan Waldner in the return game as well. And Sean Perry will go back to receive or to kick this punt with 9:41 to go. I mean, a little bit changing and shifting along the original line of scrimmage for the Comets. A high snap. It'll be a directional rugby kick. Just getting it away was Perry. It's going to be right at the 50-yard line and bouncing to about the 40, inside to about the 35 before it takes a dead bounce right on top of the 35-yard line. And Dakota State will take over 1st down and 10 from their own 35 with 9:30 to go here in this fourth quarter. Again, on the night, 6 touchdown passes for Jacob Giles, but that's where he is going to stand with 314 yards of passing for Giles on 22 completions in 35 attempts. 6 touchdowns in the night. I was really hoping to see if we could see maybe Giles try to break his personal best, but with a 42-10 lead, I think things are okay with Jared Richardson, who's currently 4 for 7 with 26 yards and an interception. He'll come out with 2 receivers on his right side. He'll hand off to Dalton Mercer, running off right side. He'll get a couple of blocks up to about the 40-yard line and to about the 41. He'll actually be marked at the 40 for a 5-yard carry on 1st down. Looking here at some depth here for the Trojans if we get any further down the rest of this way into the dwindling stages of this fourth quarter. May see a little bit of action along that running back depth as Dalton Mercer stays in and stays into this contest with 2 receivers on the right side and 1 to the left. It'll be a handoff to Mercer, and he'll run off the left side, and he'll get to about the 40 before being stopped. It will just be back to the line of scrimmage. Forward momentum will actually get him out to the 41, so a 1-yard carry, setting up about 3rd down and maybe 6 yards or 3rd down and 4 for the Trojans. And about under 8 minutes to go here, under 9 minutes to go, I should say, about 8:35 to play in this fourth quarter. Total offense tonight, 509 yards of total offense compared to Mayville State's 256 total yards of offense. It'll be Richardson standing in the pistol set with 2 men on his right side. He'll go back to pass, looking towards his left, steps up on the pressure, rolling towards his right side. He just gets rid of it as he was very close to getting away with it, but he will be taken down. It will be marked as a sack, I believe. Dante Stevens in on the pressure, and it will be a sack credited to Dante Stevens, the linebacker, the senior out of Opelika, Florida, I should say. 6'2", 210 pounds. For the senior linebacker, and we'll bring out the punt team for the Trojans. 7:52 and counting downward here in this fourth quarter. No scores here in this fourth quarter. It's just been continuing to keep the clock moving as Caden Height will look towards the sideline to wind this clock all the way down as far as they can before Coach Anderson calls a timeout, or it looks like they're going to take the delay of game. So they're just going to back up the Trojans an extra 5 yards. A late substitution coming onto the field. Coming on very late was Ron Tortorello, the senior defensive lineman out of Bloomingburg, New York. And a bit of a late substitution there and causing a delay of game penalty. But I think the Trojans will just take it to take some more time off the clock. Now with 7.5 to play. Caden Height will get the punt off from about his own 15. A high spiraling punt right to about the 30 and going backwards. Chris Pope touches it. It bounces off his shoulder. Ball is still loose. Down inside the 5 and it will be recovered. It will be recovered by a Trojan, it looks like. And Dakota State University comes out with the football. Who was the young man that comes out with it? It is number 49 and a special teams wizard in Jeb Sanford. It was poked out by a couple of other players. Eric Gower was looking to recover the football, but Jeb Sanford recovers the football. He's made some nice plays on special teams, and the Trojans are inside the Case IH red zone down to about the 3-yard line. First down and goal, and the backup players for the Trojans looking to punch this one in and get themselves a little bit of brownie points here in this contest. Chris Pope, it was just a weird hop, a beautiful punt from Caden Height that forced him to go back. He took it from about the 20-yard line, bounced off his shoulder, had to field it, pressure coming at him as well. And the offense for the Trojans coming out of the field with only about 7 seconds on the play clock. They're going to have to hurry this one up or going to have to waste a timeout with 3 seconds to go. It'll be 2 receivers on the left side. It'll be a keeper by Richardson, and they're going to call a timeout as Richardson was making his way down towards the goal line. And a late call. And a late timeout called by the Trojans as Coach Huddle a couple of choice words for the timekeeping staff here, but everything is all right. 7:15 to play. We'll take a timeout with them. 42-10, your Trojans on top of Mayville. We'll take a 30-second break on Jammin' Country 103.
Calendars for a big homecoming week next weekend. It starts on Friday when the Dakota State volleyball team is at home, and then they're at home, and then Saturday we start with the homecoming parade at 10 a.m. in downtown Madison on Egan Avenue, and then at 1:30 p.m. the Dakota State volleyball team hosts Valley City State, and the homecoming day festivities will conclude with a 4 o'clock kickoff as the Dakota State Trojans host Presentation College in the homecoming football game. Next Saturday, homecoming weekend.
7:15 to play here in this fourth quarter on Jammin' Country FM 103. First down and goal for the Trojans at the 3-yard line for the Trojans. It'll be a direct snap right to Jared Richardson. He'll run right up the middle looking for the goal line. Did he break the plane? Waiting for a signal. Touchdown for Dakota State University. A 3-yard rushing touchdown for the quarterback, that Jared Richardson, and an extra point opportunity coming up for that being Bryn Ratcliffe for possibly the 7th time tonight. Looking for another extra point opportunity, a 3-yard rushing touchdown for the Trojans, who made a point of it to come out of the timeout with some gusto and get back to the line of scrimmage fairly quickly after a bit of a snafu with the play clock in the previous, just before the timeout, forcing them to call a timeout. Ratcliffe will go for the extra point opportunity with 7:09 to play, and 48-10 currently our score. It will be blocked through the line of scrimmage, but there's a flag thrown on the play as well. And it looks like quite possibly Mayville State got an extra jump as coming through the line of scrimmage, and maybe an opportunity here for an extra kick. It will be offsides against Mayville State University, so I'll just cut the down and distance in half on the retry for Ratcliffe. Brent on the season has done a really good job kicking in all facets. 7:09 here still to play. 49-10 our score. A 3-yard rushing touchdown from backup quarterback in Jared Richardson, as Ratcliffe will go up now for the second opportunity here on the extra point. Holder is Richardson. Snap is good. Kick is down. It is blocked once again. It will be picked up, looks like, and it'll be recovered by Dakota State University. Ball still loose, actually, and the extra point is no good. And 48-10 is our score on the Sunshine Foods scoreboard. Your Trojans on top of Mayville State University. We'll take a 30-second break and be back with the final 7:09 to play here in this fourth quarter on your home for the Trojans on Jammin' Country 103. Back on Jammin' Country FM 103, 7:09 to play here in this fourth quarter. A player that was injured on the blocked kick. And unfortunately, the extra point streak for Bryn Ratcliffe and Dakota State University comes to an end on a block kick. Now making that twice is number 26 for Mayville, that being Josh McCarl, a freshman defensive back out of Wakulla, Florida. A lot of Florida kids and California kids for Mayville State University. As 48 to 10 is our score. So the extra point streak for Bryn Ratcliffe comes to an end on a blocked extra point. And a wonderful job to start the year for Ratcliffe, and hopes to continue that heading here into the rest of the way this season. So far, a wonderful performance, not only by the Dakota State Trojan offense, the defense as well, holding Mayville to 256 yards of total offense here to this point of this contest, and still 7:09 to play here as this game has come down to a bit of a crawl these last in this second after just a lightning quick first half. That's usually how things happen when you start mentioning how quick a game has gone at any point in any sport as well. Casey Burke will make his approach at the 35-yard line, a low directional kick right to, looks like Chris Pope inside his own 10-yard line. He'll get out to about the 20, to the 25, cutting sideways before being tackled by a Trojan, that being number 33 it looks like, in Noah Guzzi. Another Madison Bulldog here on this Trojan football team has made a difference in this contest. A wholesale change defensively for the Trojan offense, or Trojan defense, I should say. Well, the offense for Mayville coming out to the field, still led by a quarterback in Creighton Fowl. Seeing a bunch of different changes along that defensive line. I'll have to get you the numbers and the names as they show up play by play. So Creighton Fowl will come out with a double tight end package. One man in the backfield will give faking the handoff, rolling towards his right side, looking downfield for the receiver in number 87, and he'll get his way out for a GSN Insurance first down just shy of the 40-yard line. Number 85, that's Hunter McCall, the tight end, and I believe that is his very first reception on the season for Hunter McCall, and I would be correct in that summation. The 6'2", 215-pound tight end has gotten his call for his first reception on the year out of Wahpeton, North Dakota. And it'll be a GSN Insurance first down from their own 38-yard line for the Comets. Rolling towards his right side and just getting rid of the football as the pressure was in the face of the quarterback. Creighton Fowl, Bryce Beck, was looking to get his first sack on the evening, but instead Fowl just gets rid of it for an incomplete pass. Set up second down and 10 from the 38 of Mayville State. Here in this fourth quarter, 6.5 minutes to go here in this fourth quarter. Don't forget that coming up after our game will be our Mustang Seeds post-game show. We'll get you the final numbers on both teams and also get a word with head coach of your Trojans, that being Josh Anderson. Number 13 on the reception, that is Aaron Cruz. He's listed as a quarterback out of Chicago, Illinois, but seeing a little bit in the receiving game. Cruz with his first reception on the night for a third down and about 8 yards to go. And it will be, they need to get up to about the 38-yard line, the 48-yard line. And the Comets currently are at the 40-yard line, their own 40-yard line, with under 4 minutes to play. Under 6 minutes, I should say, to play in this contest. Foul, rolling towards his right side. He'll just cork one down along the sideline. Caught along the sideline. Did he stay in bounds? It looks like he did, and it is Portillo coming down with the reception for a GSN Insurance first down just shy of midfield. Portillo using about every inch of his small frame, of his 5'8" frame, to come down with that reception. And Portillo with a GSN Insurance first down for Mayville State University, making it their 18th first down of the night compared to DSU's 24 on the evening. Now Fowl will have three receivers at his left side. He'll take the handoff. Will Desmond Earls, I believe that is, or make that, it looks like Desmond Earls still out on the field. And I have to wait to see on the number. It might be number 25. It is number 25, and that is Marcos Cruz. My correction, actually, it's Marcos Ruiz, as the legendary voice of the PA system, Keith Bundy, going off of what I say. And usually that doesn't work out well for anybody, especially myself. With 4:38 to play, I think the fans here at Trojan Field will forgive the gaffe on both our ends. And a pass caught on the slant route from number 13, Aaron Cruz. So there is a Cruz on the field. Aaron Cruz on the reception. And another GSN Insurance first down for the Comets. The ball will be at the, looks like about the 41-yard line of Dakota State as the backup defense here getting their opportunity here to showcase themselves. 3 receivers on the right side for Fowl. He'll go back to his left. He'll go for a double pump fake, looking down along the sideline just beyond the reach and behind the back, actually, of Aaron Cruz, as Fowl also took a hit on the throw, but he's back up in a hurry. The pressure coming from number 93 for your Trojans, Terry Jones Jr., but it'll be an incomplete pass, 2nd down and 10 from the 41 of DSU. Fowles trying to stay loose here on this cool evening here at Trojan Field. I was a little concerned myself with the cooler weather. I do have the window open, just cracked slightly, allow a little bit of circulation and allow me to wear my new pullover that I got here over the middle. And just a pass beyond the reach of the defensive back for Dakota State. Number 41, Wyatt Sanford, was in the area and unfortunately could not come. He had to go a full body dive just to even come close to it. Pass is incomplete. Now sitting up 3rd down and 10 from the 41 for Mayville State. And a couple of players checking back into this contest. Number 7 for the Comets, Darryl Clemens, and also looks like number 40, that being William Wilson, listed as a fullback at Acampo, California. He'll be the deep set back in the pistol set. He'll go back to pass Will Fowl. It'll be a pass complete to Aaron Cruz. He'll get up to about the 30-yard line, very close to another GSN Insurance first down, and he will get it right at the 30-yard line for the Mayville State Comets with under 4 minutes to play here in this 4th quarter. Mayville making a go of it here in the later stages of this contest, but they are down 48-10 at this point with 3:40 to go in this contest. Again, coming up at the conclusion of this game will be our Mustang Seeds post-game show. Wrap this thing up here from Trojan Field. Get you set up for next week, Trojan Days, homecoming. But we still got 3:40 to play. Fowl will set up on the coverage. He'll keep it himself, cutting up to about the 30, down to the 25, just inside the Case IH red zone. And a very close, maybe quite possibly to a GSN Insurance first down, depending on the spot. It will be good enough for a GSN Insurance first down right at the 20-yard line. And the Comets are back inside the Case IH red zone. One equipment that's both powerful and efficient. It's only available in red at your Lake County International, your Case IH dealer on West Highway 34 in Madison. First down and 10 from the 20-yard line for Mayville State. He'll go back to pass. He'll roll towards his right side. It'll be caught by Hunter McCall. Coming into this game with no catches, Hunter McCall's got 2 here in this 4th quarter. With 2:38 to play here in this 4th quarter. A couple more changes in. And bringing in Derek Clemens and also William Wilson. Wilson listed at 5'9", 205 pounds, a senior fullback for the Comets. Now we'll line up in the pistol set with a double tight end package, 1 receiver to each side for Creighton Fowl as he stands in the gun. It'll be faking the handoff, rolling towards his right side, looking to complete a pass just beyond the reach of Hunter McCall as he tipped it up in the air. And the defender was going for the player and not the ball. And it'll be incomplete, 2nd down and 6. Ball is at the 16-yard line of Dakota State. 2:12 to play. Trojans would love to get this ball back and just take a couple of knees and wrap up this contest with a win at 48-10. Trojan offense, 507 yards of total offense, go along with 311 yards of total offense for the Comets. Fowl will roll towards his right side off the hands of Hunter McCall, so he's got 2 receptions and 2 passes that have just been off his hands as well. 2:08 to play, 4th down and 6 yards to go from the 16-yard line. Need to get to the 10-yard line inside the Case IH red zone for a first down for the Comets. A new running back checking into the game. It looks like number 37, Jose Lopez, a freshman out of Pasadena, Texas, 5'9", 170 pounds. As going from the gun, he'll go back to pass Will Fowl, looking over the middle, swing right out to Lopez, just beyond his reach as he was trying to reach for it, and the pass will be incomplete. In on the coverage and taking a bit of a lariat on it was number 19, Jacoby Marshall. the sophomore defensive back. It'll be a turnover on downs, and the Trojans will take over first down and 10 from their own 16-yard line. And the backups for the Trojan offense coming out onto the field. A couple of knees away from a W, and starting off the conference schedule 1-0, 2:03 to play here in this fourth quarter. Jared Richardson coming out onto the field. He'll bring in the running back in Cole Cruz, a red shirt freshman running back at Larchwood, Iowa. He'll go quick here to the outside on a receiver. Can't quite get a number on the receiver. Caught it in mid-play. And trying to get a number on that young man as he'll come up with the football. Looks like number 83, that is Connor Teal with the reception out of Colton, South Dakota. And it looks like possibly a timeout taken by Mayville State University with 1:57 to go. We're just going to keep it right here. A little bit of gamesmanship from Mayville State, it looks like. As it looks like here, some of the final numbers, just taking a look here, a quick glance as Jared Richardson coming in here in the backup situation after Jacob Giles threw for 314 yards on 22 completed passes for 6 touchdowns. 3 of those going into a teammate that he's been playing with for quite some time in Brendan Waldner, who caught 7 receptions for 106 yards to go, along with 3 touchdowns. 2 touchdown passes to Mason Layton tonight, and also Trevor Listman with a touchdown of his own. 507 total yards of offense for the Trojans tonight, while Mayville State comes out with 315 yards of total offense. We'll be sure to talk with head coach Josh Anderson in our Mustang Seeds postgame show about the performance of his defense tonight. Handoff over towards the left side. Looks like number 49 in Jeb Sanford gets the carry, and he'll fight his way up just shy of the 30-yard line. It looks like enough for a GSN Insurance first down, and keeps that clock moving with under 2 minutes to play, 1:40 to be exact, here in this fourth quarter. And seeing a few other players check into the game. Looks like Nick Norris in the receiving game. Eric Gower lining up at tight end. Connor Teal as well. And Cole Cruz in the backfield for the Trojans. And going from the pistol set will be Richardson. He'll give the handoff to Cruz, running off the left side. Stiffs arms a man, gets to the line of scrimmage before being taken down. And it'll be just continuing to wind that clock on that first down carry. At this point, with 1:11 to go, and another timeout taken by Mayville State University, as coach for his first year, head coach Sean Tome for Mayville State University is just trying to keep things positive for his team and allow as much time as they can. With only 48-10 our score on the Sunshine Foods scoreboard. Don't forget as well, you still got a little bit time left here for our Sporty Shoutout. We said that the Sporty Shoutout was 14-3 here against Mayville State University. So you take that score of 14-3, you email us right now to kjamsports@gmail.com from until the end of the broadcast tonight, and one winner will be chosen. One winner will be chosen to win a $10 gift card to Sporty's here in Madison. And again, you just take that score, 14-3, email kjamsports@gmail.com. You'll be entered in for a chance to win a $10 gift card to Sporty's here in Madison. Cam Schaefer, the proprietor of Sporty's, big fan of what we do here on KJAM. A missed communication on the handoff. Jared Richardson will go down. Ball is still loose. It looks like it may be recovered by Mayville State University, and they will recover the football. It was picked up by number 4, Daniel Simpson, who was the one that provoked the loose football. And the Comets coming out with only 1:02 to play here in this fourth quarter will take over first down and 10 at the 23-yard line of Dakota State. So I guess the timeouts for Coach Tome are coming back in favor of the Comets. 1:02 to play here in this fourth quarter. Creighton Fowl back out onto the field. Couple receivers checking into the game, along with number 36 in the backfield. That is Zach Bensel out of Anchorage, Alaska. He'll be in the backfield. It'll be a handoff. No, he'll fake the handoff. Foul rolling towards his left side. He's got Daryl Clemens for the reception and also some positive yardage. Daryl Clemens, the tight end, the junior out of Manteca, California. We'll keep this clock moving down to 47 seconds left here in this fourth quarter. Offense for the Comets back out at the line of scrimmage One receiver to each side. Double tight end package. And a man in the backfield in Zach Bensel. Foul will fake the handoff. Roll towards his right side. Looking for a receiver. Is going to dump it off to a tight end in number, I believe that is 85, Hunter McCall. That'll be his third catch tonight. And it looks like a final timeout taken by Coach Tome of Mayville State University. We're just going to keep it right here. Only 28 seconds to play. And again, coming up after the conclusion of this contest will be our Mustang Seeds postgame show, taking a look at the final numbers and also get a word with your head coach for your Dakota State University Trojans, that being Josh Anderson. As the Trojans look like they're only 28 seconds away. It is 48-10, so I think it is pretty safe to say that the Trojans will move on to 3-1 on the season and 1-0 to start off conference play as well. Just putting it out there is my assertion, and you don't want to assume anything, as the old saying goes. 28 seconds left here in this fourth quarter. The Trojans are going to improve to 3-1 on the season, start off the year 1-0 in conference play. While Mayville State will fall to 0-3 on the season and also 0-1 to kick off North Star Athletic Association conference play. Trojans next week will host Presentation College at home as part of Trojan Days. It'll be a tackle after the handoff to Bensel and very close to a GSN Insurance first down. It will be fourth down and about a yard to go with only 16 seconds left here in this fourth quarter. Ball is at the 15-yard line. As foul will go back to pass. Rolling towards his right side, looking for the end zone. It will be caught by the receiver, and it looks like number 3 came out with it. It is Joshua Portillo. And the offense for Mayville State comes out with a touchdown with 3 seconds to go. 48-16 on a 14-yard touchdown pass from foul to... As we wait for the extra point opportunity here, it looks like they're going to go for 2, are the Comets. As faking the handoff, rolling towards his right side is foul. He's just going to loft one up to the end zone. Hopefully somebody comes down with it. It will be intercepted by a Trojan, and he's looking to take it back the other way. And number, I believe that was 19, Jacoby Marshall, came out with the interception. 2-point conversion is no good. And if he took it back the other way, that would have been 2 points as well. So it is 48-16 our score on the Sunshine Food scoreboard. We'll take a 30-second break, get you the final 3 seconds in this contest. Back in 30 seconds on Jammin' Country 103. Back on Jammin' Country FM 103. Just another friendly reminder as the ad let us know that coming up will be our Mustang Seeds postgame show. A 14-yard touchdown pass from Creighton foul to Josh Portillo for a 48-16 score on the Sunshine Food scoreboard as we wait for this point. This kickoff to come up. Now it's number 81 listed to do the kicking. I believe it is number 81. I don't even have number 81 on the roster for Mayville State. He'll just do a low line drive kick that will be picked up by a Trojan. He'll fall right on top of it. That is Austin Opdahl. 3 seconds away, only 1 second remaining, and it looks like the Trojans are just the officials are gonna let that one roll. So our final score is 48-16. The Trojans return to Trojan Field and start off the conference season with a win over Mayville State University, 48-16 on the Sunshine Food scoreboard. We are gonna take a break. When we come back, it will be our Mustang Seeds post-game show. We're gonna wrap up this contest. We are going to take a look at the final numbers, the scores of this game, and also get a word with the head coach for your Dakota State University Trojans, Josh Anderson. All that is coming up on the Mustang Seeds post-game show. We'll be back in 3 minutes as you keep listening to your home for Dakota State Trojan football all season long on Jammin' Country 103.